Alright, hello and welcome back. Hopefully we are live and with audio now. I'm DM Cody, and we're going to go around and quickly introduce ourselves now that we're all awake.
I am Grunk.
Fact. I am Josh, and I will be playing Koppodrazi, a human sorcerer with lovely blue eyes and no hair.
Hey, I'm Cassie, and I'll be playing Luna, who is a half-elf druid. Yeah.
G'day, I'm Cooper. I'm playing Kai, a human fighter, ex-soldier of arm.
And we have a wizard who is missing tonight. I'm not going to threaten him again now that we're back on camera. He knows we better make it next week.
The first threat was
Ominous.
a lot of expletives, so I'm glad
Yeah, probably for the best that it was turned off at the
It
time.
was intense, yeah.
You can turn that off.
Sorry, I know.
So we're just going to do a brief introduction and tell you where we left off last time. So last time we were in the druid village and something strange happened. No one's quite sure what, but the vampire that attacked was turned to ash by possibly Koppo, possibly something else. Very hard to tell.
I was asleep. Couldn't have been me.
Yes, you were.
I was asleep in purgatory.
You took Faren's cart to the castle, where you know Eliza Darrison lived, where you found Yorg and his pack circling it. You could hear them howling in the distance. Faran found out that Shahan had been taken by looking at the ledger that you handed him, and with a look of cold fury in his eyes, took the axe, jumping off the cart and heading straight for the castle. Almost unreasonable until you took him the vessel you made him, and he softened slightly and told you he couldn't take it, but keep it safe for him, before disappearing over the snow hills. From there you took off and you spent the night in the forest, where you basically just rested, trying to stay out of the snow. The snow was falling quite heavily, and completely forgot to check on the bodies that were in the back of the cart that you were trying to heal. But in the morning you found them cold and stiff and not moving at all, not breathing.
To be fair, that's how we left them.
Well, they weren't quite that bad when you left them.
True.
Where you found out they were dead. And shortly after leaving the clearing, you found a woman with a shock of bright red hair spilling over her robes and piercing green eyes, and she begged you for help, which you did. You pulled her up into the cart and took her with you. Shortly after, one of the bodies started screaming, you realised that they weren't quite as dead as you had thought, which is probably for the best, since your whole mission is to save their lives, or what's left of them. So you head down towards the next village, which you can see on the coastline, which seemed to be inhabited mostly by elves, mostly druidic elves. Their buildings were created out of trees and flowers and plant, and the boats they made seemed to be made from entire trees felled. And you found the bits and pieces you're looking for before you moved on. You've restocked your inventory and supplies, and you found a boatsman that was not all that interested in explaining to you how to take a boat.
I don't blame him.
And he explained to you that it was quite expensive. But your new companion was happy to pay for it, and you got your boat.
Rich.
We don't know if she's a witch.
She's rich.
Oh. We don't know if she's rich anymore.
What?
An important note, Grunk was quite taken with her, so
Yes.
Grunk may be a gold digger, we yet to find out.
Hey, I expressed my interest before the gold came
He's
out.
from the line?
Yeah, this is true.
He's a red hair digger, not a gold digger.
So you climb up onto the boat, make your preparations ready, and you take off. Your new companion at the helm, and you see two hawks circling down that look a lot like Simon and his companion.
Over to Luna.
And I run over to the two hawks.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the hawks circle down and land on the deck and start hopping around looking up at you expectantly.
And I start patting and go, how was the flying? And what did you do? And oh my gosh, was it really fun? Like, how did you do? What's the dynamics? I just start
They look a bit
yelling.
confused with the touch and sort of start hopping around a little bit, but they don't leave. They just watch you curiously.
And I just sit down and just look and just start talking.
And as you do, you notice they're quite a bit smaller than what Simon and Elbaz look like.
I'm going to pull out the pouch full of vampire ash and run over and hold it in front of the hawk and be like, I got this for you! I got it for you!
They just flutter and take off in a panic as you run towards them.
What?
Koppo, I don't think that was Simon.
Are you kidding me? It was a hawk. That was Simon.
Yeah, but these ones were smaller. He
Simon's
does
pretty
a lot
small.
bigger. And he usually sits on my shoulder, and I mean,
Simon
Elbaz
usually
sits on my
sits on your
shoulder. Elbaz usually sits on my shoulder when, you know, they come close, so I don't think that was them. Oh, are they still here?
They have flown off, but they're circling around the boat.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, this is going to take a while. And I'm thinking ritual casting speak with animals.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing?
I'll put the pouch away. Where on the boat is our good friend Eveline?
She's right up on the top where the wheel is. Seems almost unnecessary to be there, but she's there just to guide if needed, but the boat seems to drive itself almost.
Okay.
And you've never been on a boat that's this smooth. No seasickness at all.
I've been on one boat, so yeah, I've never been on a boat this smooth.
Well, yeah, even if you had it. Kai has never been on a boat this smooth either.
It's very true. Kai is probably just putting his things down and away, stepping out of his armor, getting out of his armor, getting into comfortable clothes, and just milling about, seeing that he's probably not needed. He's just gonna rest up because he's pretty exhausted.
Yep.
Grunk's just hanging out. Could a weird boy help Grunk learn read?
Yeah. Oh yeah. What do you want to read?
Read the story that you started with Grunk.
Okay.
All
All right. Yeah.
get some reading in.
Great.
Yep.
So we'll go down under. We're going.
Stay up.
Okay.
Watch fishies and birdies.
So we'll lean over the edge
Amongst
with the
other
book. Now we'll just sit by the edge of the railing of the boat and read a book.
Luna's carrying on a bit, making strange bird sounds.
That's absolutely normal.
And someone going, that's a pigeon! Oh, right! Oh.
After about 10 minutes.
Yeah. Yes, hello, Squirrel! Back to pigeon. Did you see other hawks out there? I'm assuming your name's not Simon or Albaz?
No.
No? Yeah, did you see other you guys? Your animals, the hawks, your hawks.
You see them both sort of circle on land and they hop around and start looking at each other and pecking with their beaks at each other.
Oh, wait, try that. And I throw a few seeds.
They sort of hop back from it and look really confused at you and
Oh yeah, they
put
me.
their heads.
I don't have meat. Anyways, I was just wondering if you've seen anyone else that's kind of, like you, circling above, and, they're around. I want to know if my friend is safe.
They both look at each other and start poking their beaks towards each other, poking their heads at you.
I'll just sit. Just be like,
One of them hops over to the seed and finds a particularly big one, picks it up in his beak, flaps to the edge and drops it over the edge into the water.
I need them. Sorry, picking up a few.
Just reading a book.
I'm gonna try and ritual cast comprehend languages just to speed my learning process along a little bit. No, we're just reading. Just learning the
I'm watching
old-fashioned
you
way.
You think it's a good idea, but you just find it hard to focus, and Copper's telling you something like, yeah, that's good enough for now.
I think he's just playing the drum. I'm just gonna keep reading.
No, I genuinely want to read.
No, I meant with the casting.
Oh. I'm just getting frustrated that I don't understand.
Do you want me to slow down, Grunk?
No. Grunk learning.
You like food? Hang on, I've got a better book. I'm gonna get the cooking book out. I'm
Yep.
gonna read the cooking book with him because it's got pictures.
Yes, it does. So you're sailing across the ocean very smoothly, and you see just far off in the distance what looks like masses of land. It looks like it will take some time to get there, and you've got some time to spare. The hawks, as you got a bit further out, sort of hopped off and started flying back towards land.
So, I got an idea. After I've read the cooking book, probably front to back because it's not a lot of words, I want to start to play with my new toy, the staff.
Yep.
And I'm probably gonna just bat Kai's back with it lots until he teaches me how to use it. Just chasing around, hitting him in the back of the shins and stuff.
What is it? Why are you doing that?
Yeah!
Why?
I'm the great defender of the village. Yeah!
Well, great defender, you might want to straighten up your stance a little bit. Would you like me to show you?
I'm definitely like doubled over trying to swing the thing. What do you mean?
Well, how's this? Let's go up on deck.
Alright. I look around and we're on deck.
I mean, sure.
Step 1, done.
Right.
Yeah, I'm good at this.
You're a
Now,
great warrior in no time.
what you want to do, and then I proceed to teach him the basics of starfighting.
Roll performance.
Sure. I have
And then roll perception.
14 performance.
6.
He's giving you pretty good instruction. Halfway through, you just start getting bored, swinging it a bit, and leaves are
So
popping
I'm
out
good
of it.
at this.
Has it been an hour yet?
Yeah, it would have been probably
Okay.
if you were playing with it and training.
Well, I probably would have been tired by this point, wouldn't I?
Tight enough.
Alright, so I'm going to put the staff on the ground, like standing next to it, and like lean on it for a bit, and probably showing that I'm pretty tired and need a break.
You can perception too, but I wasn't paying attention.
You did see some fish.
Well, you're improving. There's a couple of things you should probably work on. Focus on your stance more than anything. If you don't have good balance, you can't move. You can't move properly, and that tends to be quite a big detriment. How about we take a bit of a break?
Could you just show me the things with, like, you use it and show, I need to sit.
Oh,
And I'm going to sit down by the edge of the boat.
sure. I'll take it. And I'll just run through a small drill, mostly focusing on probably thrusting and low sweeps.
Before any of that, you might need to make a strength check.
Sure. Strength check, so it's a disadvantage. So 13.
The staff does not move.
Fair enough then. Well,
And you notice that it doesn't not only move, but it's like rooted into the boat. Like roots have grown from the sides and it started to sprout its own branches and leaves at the top.
well then I guess I'll just leave this here.
What the shit? I'm gonna run over and pick it up, and it'll like unroot immediately for me, and I'll play around with it again, and then keep putting it in the ground and make it grow a tree. Can I do it again? Pick it up!
I'll try to pick it up.
Yep.
Nat 20, but disadvantage. 12.
Grunk, come, quick, pick it up!
16?
No, it doesn't move. I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm the strongest one on the boat! Look! Hey, Eveline, look! And I'll raise it above my head.
That's quite strange.
I'm gonna run downstairs and play around with it more, but I'm pretty exhausted. Thanks, Kai!
Sure, anytime.
It's always training. So you continue on, and the sun starts setting. Most of the days pass. You do see the land is growing a fair bit larger. You can actually start making out some trees, some details. No signs of civilization from what you can see yet. And the boat continues to move forward.
I head over to Evelyn, and I So, you know where we're going?
Well, you wanted to go to the Vale, didn't you?
Yeah.
Well, I'll take you there.
How do you know where it is?
I've researched. There's books.
Are you coming too?
I hope so.
Is it going to be dangerous?
Probably, yes.
Well, what will be there?
I don't know. Fey creatures?
Well, they sound really nice though.
Some of them, yes. Some of them not so much.
Oh,
Roll insight for me.
Ooh. Okay.
It's usually a d20.
Oh god damn it, cocked.
Nice.
Yeah, no, 8.
Beautiful.
Nothing. Did you go sleep at all?
Oh, I'm okay for now. I recovered in the cart before.
True. How are you feeling?
I've been better.
Must be really hard losing your home.
Not as hard as you'd think.
I guess being a servant, you'd probably be really happy to get out.
I've wanted to for some time. You notice that she's looking quite weak as you're standing with her.
You kind of don't look too well. Do you get boat sickness too?
Oh no. I'll be okay once we get there.
Do you need some food? I noticed you haven't eaten yet.
Oh no, I'm okay, thank you.
I can go make you some food.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna trot it down and I'll try and find some cooking quarters and get out my little cookbook that I got from Sandar's, and I'll just look up a random recipe and be like, fried mushrooms with kale. Yeah, sounds good.
So there's no cooking equipment here, but I imagine if you spoke to Koppo, Grunk and Kai, they'd probably have mess kits and things you could use to cook with.
I have a mess kit. Hey Kai.
Yes.
Well, you know, I got this mess kit, you know, and
Yes.
I'm not quite sure how to use it because the way we do it in the forest is very different. So I want to make this recipe. How do I use these things?
Right, well, you keep the recipe because I don't know that. I will show you how to use these.
Okay.
And I will proceed to show you how to use a mess kit.
Yep, same roll as before.
Performance?
Yep.
No
And
worries.
perception.
Okay.
Me?
Now I remember it's a disadvantage because it's an ability check. So 11.
That's not bad.
Ooh, 17 plus, 22. I'm very.
Yeah, so he's sort of telling you what to do. He's quite tired of getting bits and pieces, but you're so switched on. You're saying, well, what about this? And reminding him, and you work out how to use it pretty well.
Cool. And then I cook up some kale and mushrooms.
Which just happened to be in the pack you bought from the grocer.
Yes, yes.
Drunk did a lot of things.
Yeah.
This
Just
one's got a bite in
boxes
it.
full.
We got a
I don't
full
think Koppo
salad
likes
bar.
mushrooms. And I cook that out and I make enough for everyone and I go, here you go.
Oh, thank you.
And I run up and find Koppo awake or asleep at night.
I've planted my tree in my room and I'm leaning against it and I'm writing in the paper.
You made another tree!
Yeah, look!
That is so cool!
What's this? Then I'll put all the paper down, stand up and just pick the tree up.
Whoa,
And then
what's
put it down and it roots again.
Can I try
And then
it?
pick it up and then I'll give it to you, put it on the ground and it'll root.
Yeah.
Go for it. Strength check.
Wouldn't this be funny?
There's a 6.
Yeah, no. She farts.
But you're really trying hard, so that's the important thing.
Well, I made you some kale and mushroom from the cookbook I just did.
Oh, I have an idea. Twiggy.
Yeah.
Look, it's like a home for you.
Ooh. And like Twiggy kind of unwraps himself from in my hair and comes out my hand and then puts him onto the growing tree and he kind of like curls up inside of it.
So that's the flower nestled just in the middle.
Yeah.
This is the best.
It's really cool.
I'm gonna sit down again and completely ignore everybody else and start writing.
What you
Again.
writing?
Writing a story for Sandar.
Oh, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It's not fun, but it's a story I need to write.
Okay. I'll leave you to it. Do you mind looking after Twiggy for me?
Of course.
Okay. It's okay. You'll be fine. Where's Grunk?
He was up on deck looking for fish.
Okay. And I go up to the top and have a look for you up there again, fish.
Yeah, just be near them.
I made you some fried mushrooms and kale.
Oh, thanks, elf friend.
No worries. What do you think so far? Anything cool?
No, it's dark. Fishy run away from boat.
True. Yeah, that's a good observation. And then I run.
Thank you.
Great. +1 happiness.
Good observation.
And I'll run up to Evelyn and be like, oh, yeah,
Oh,
it's kale and mushroom. I go.
yes, it is, thank you.
Great observation.
Thank you, Grunk.
I laugh from downstairs.
This pipe, my Grunk said. Oh dear. Alrighty. And then I'll probably just hang out on deck with Grunk and talk about animals and, you know, lots of different little things. And try and look for fish in the dark.
You see dark water?
Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm gonna show Grunk. I know this really cool trick. Yeah. Okay, watch this. And it's first level source went up. So, what I start doing.
Sorry, what was that
It's
sentence?
a first level spell, so I know it. Where I get the water to kind of warp upwards and then just start making a loop in the air. And then I toss a flower through the center that's from my hair and it's like kind of these little tricks. And I do can create and control water. Like, you try.
I'll do that. I want to try.
That's okay. It took me a long time to master this one too.
Grunk just starts splashing his hands with the water you create.
Very, very close, and then I just start making it move with his hands and be like, "You're doing it! You're doing it!" And have a bit of fun.
Love it.
Roll a perception for me.
She didn't eat the food. Yeah, 3, so
She definitely ate the food.
8. She definitely ate the food. Cool.
Roll a perception for me.
Grunk.
I'm getting a lot of 3s tonight.
Hey.
11 plus 2.
You're now entering this channel. It's still fairly wide. There's still a lot of distance between the land as you go into it. You notice there's something further ahead swelling the water. It looks like it might be a wave building or something like that.
Oh, so the channel is twitching.
Boom.
That's Luna's face.
Oh, I thought you were doing Kai's face for you. You're telling me? No.
I thought she was.
She's doing dumb faces and making circles out of water.
No, that's Kai.
That's right.
Something's up ahead.
Sorry?
Something flip-flopping in water.
And I'll have a look out into the general direction he points out and be like, oh, I don't really see anything. It's really dark. It's odd. I have dark vision, but I can't see much.
And it goes 60 feet.
Yeah.
It's much further ahead than 60 feet.
Yeah.
You do see starlight rippling a bit strangely in the waters ahead as he points it out.
Oh, that is a bit strange. Eveline,
Yes.
there seems to be something up ahead in the water.
She sort of looks up over the wheel. Looks like a wave.
Hello, wave.
Hi!
And you continue to move towards it, and as you do, you notice it's moving towards you. But it's not in the way you've seen any wave before.
We'll go get Koppo and Kai. And I run downstairs. Kai, I think we're gonna need you and your druid skills because there's some funny looking wave coming. I mean, sorry.
He probably wakes up from a stupor and, sorry, what?
This is like a funny looking wave. Just come on.
Thanks for waking up for that.
Come.
Yeah, what?
There's something funny happening upstairs.
Oh, I love funny! And I'm going to put the paper together and put it in the bag, put my little inkwell away, pick up my crazy stuff, and come on upstairs for something funny.
As Lena disappears below deck, you keep watching, and for a brief moment you see something very large just crest the water and disappear beneath, leaving a bit of a splash. And as you look, roll perception. Or insight roll for this one. It looks like it's a long way away and it still looks very big. By your estimation, it would probably be 4 or 5 times the length of this boat.
Pretty lady, there's something really big in the water.
I got it. Can I go by?
What is it?
sorry.
I
Really late.
can't
Arrogance.
Totally.
What's something funny? What's the funny thing?
I can't see very much.
There's a big, maybe fishy
In water.
How big?
bigger than boat. Many times bigger than boat.
Okay
Could
then.
be a whale.
What's a whale?
I'm gonna send a message.
It's like a really big
Hello? You friendly fishy?
You just hear this strange hissing sound in your head.
fish. You okay?
What's the matter?
It made hissy noise.
Is that what whales do?
No. They go like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Okay.
Based on true stories.
Meanwhile, Kai goes up to Eveline and sort of just trying to see out into the darkness and just saying, you seem to know a lot more about this ship than I do. How much control of it do we have?
I have perfect control of it at the moment.
That's good.
Should we be moving away from that thing then?
What thing? Look like
Something
there's a wave.
big in water. Someone else see it. So Grunk not crazy.
There was a wave that seems to have passed.
No, something pop out. Something big.
That's what waves do.
No.
They go away afterwards.
Does anybody have some way of getting more light? I can't see a thing out there.
I'm gonna go up to the front and just shoot a firebolt out where they point.
Yep.
Just wherever they're pointing.
Oh no!
So my eyes are gonna blink inwards and turn to flame, and I'm gonna lean my head over the front of the boat, and at the back of my throat starts to glow, and then a bolt of flame shoots from the front.
What's
out
the
in
distance
direction.
on that?
It's like 120 feet.
So you see this flame expel from Koppo, and the water just ripples with light underneath it. And as the water ripples, you do see something very large beyond the vision of the firebolt moving under the water. Eveline can't see it staying back at the wheel though.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
either.
I saw it, Grunk.
So-
I saw it. Oh, that's huge. Oh, I wonder what its name is.
Talk to it, Luna.
I don't know what it is.
Grunk use mind talk and only hear hiss.
Okay, I'm trying to do snake sounds.
Yeah, I'll rub the ring and make snake sounds at it.
Yep.
So just gonna rub a little copper ring and make snake sounds at it.
You get snake sounds right back.
I can speak snake.
What did it say?
It says just like I did.
I know.
That says hello. That means hello and it's friendly.
Probably, I guess.
Grunk know me very many friendly snake.
You're standing at the edge, your firebolt dissipates, but you do see now that you've focused in on it, you see something moving under the water. And it seems to be going straight under your boat, and as you look left to right in front of the boat, it takes up your whole field of vision.
This thing's wider than the boat.
Kai goes down. What do you see?
Something big, fat, and under us.
Eveline, how much faster can this
Not
thing
the
go?
first thing.
I don't think it can go any faster.
Okay. Everybody, grab some rope.
Just grab
I
some
go
rope from my bag.
downstairs. Yeah.
Hold it in my hands.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do with it?
What part of your bag?
Just hanging
gonna
off
grab
the side.
onto
It's probably
the
his
edge.
roll, right?
Yeah.
Actually.
Probably is.
Good save.
I'm gonna hold onto the edge of the boat.
Yeah,
That non trust
just
power.
hold on, just in case.
I go and hold on to Koppo's rope as well.
Oh, I'm just gonna put my staff on the deck.
The whole boat does shake violently for a second before stopping, and she looks terrified as she looks around now, not sure what's happening.
We told you to go around.
Around what?
The thing that's under us.
I don't see anything.
Well, come look over edge, silly lady.
She walks up to the edge and looks like, oh,
I'll assume position at the helm.
Here, Kai said grab a rope. And I'll throw my rope to her, or Kai's rope to her.
what do I need this for?
Kai said have a rope, so have one. It's
Just drops
important.
it on the ground and sort of runs back, jumps on the
Is it right?
wheel, tries to steer.
Can I have the rope back?
She just left it with you.
Alright. Hang it back off the bag.
I'm watching over the side as well, just like trying to scope it out, see what it is, get details, look.
Yep. You look around the side and you see it sort of curling a little bit. You see it's sort of coming back around. And as you do see just the reflection of scales as it bridges the water a little bit. Giant scales, so if you were lying down, it would be taller than you for each scale. But you can't see much in the darkness.
Scaly.
Like a dragon?
Ooh. Could be.
It is big.
It's pretty big. I mean, do they have water dragons?
And I'll be holding onto the staff and just look out
I feel
over
like-
there to the boat, rub the copper ring and speak in Draconic and try and say hello.
Your head's filled with hissing again.
Yes, but hello.
Almost like static in your head.
Anything?
It doesn't speak the language that I know. I don't know if it's an animal or what.
Would I have heard any tales of giant beasts and serpents in the sea?
Roll a history check.
Sure. 13?
Not of specific sea serpents. You've heard stories of giant snakes, but you can't really remember them though from your childhood.
Yeah. No worries.
Linda will get a handful of like seeds from her pouch and just kind of hold them there. and then just starts sprinkling them over the boat. But as she sprinkles them, they turn into little tiny flowers down the bottom. We're like, maybe it just needs to know we're friendly.
That giant dragon, I don't think Flower will go and save us.
I did say hello.
Oh yeah, they're still just hissing.
Well, I don't think it's like snake hissing.
Oh,
I think it's like, you know,
oh.
I want to say like a radio, but that's not a thing that exists. So I'll just imitate the noise.
I guess we just have to wait and see what happens.
Can I try to detect thoughts?
Yeah.
I don't know why, so I'm just giving it a go.
Sounds cool.
No, never mind.
Tell us how you try.
Just with the same message, but like in a receiver way instead of a sender way.
It's like trying to detect the animal's thoughts and then just veer over to Eveline, and then you just sit there going, I wonder what she's thinking right now. Oh shit, I'm getting distracted.
I'm so handsome.
Yeah, what do you want and everything?
I just end up detecting my own thoughts.
It's working!
The creature's hungry.
So it sort of
Hello?
disappears below and seas go quiet again for a little while. But then you do see ripples. It seems like it's circling, following.
Maybe it's just helping us in. Just keep the boat going where we're going, and if it does anything, then we'll deal with that then. But let's just go, because I don't like it anymore. This was fun, but now it's not.
I agree. I have an uneasy feeling.
So you keep heading inland. Eveline looks terrified, and you sort of come into where it's a bit narrower, a bit shallower as well, you'd think. And at this point, you hear a splash.
How many sapphires on it?
Well, you sort of do and don't at the same time. You see flashes of it, but this time you do. A giant head that looks like a snake, but its head is made entirely of coral, breaches the water. The head itself is probably half the size of the boat. And it's sort of just to the front right and just stops, pausing in the water, staring at you as you go past.
Would us humans see this?
Yeah.
Well,
Does it
me as a human.
Yeah, I don't have
It's
that
towering over you, and the starlight is glinting off these coral growths coming out of it.
So it looks like an animal.
It looks like an interpretation of an animal. but
Luna, try and
you-
talk to it.
Ah, it's so pretty!
Try and talk to
I
it.
just,
Do you speak polyps?
So a giant snake head descends and just stops about 10 feet from Luna, staring at her with slitted eyes.
Kai turns to Eveline and says, "Be ready for anything," and then walks down.
She's already half cowered behind the wheel
Yeah.
after seeing this.
I don't know what it sounds like.
A big tongue flicks out, and it seems to be made of some sort of mother of pearl opalescent. Glints in the starlight.
You're really pretty.
Grunk walks up
What's
next
your
to Luna.
name?
Its head sort of sways back and forth, surveying you all, before
Mimic.
fixing on you. And it hisses something at you.
What kind of hiss are we talking about here? A very aggressive one? A very slow rolling one?
Roll a insight.
Sure.
Does it sound like a language?
16.
If anything, you'd think maybe demanding.
Can I
Demanding.
sing,
Okay.
interpret the animal's behaviour?
Yes.
It was
I like
hungry.
it kind of. I want Luna to kind of look at its body movement, its head movement, and like follow its eyes and see if it's like judging whether it's looking like aggressive or hostile or
Okay.
like we're in its territory.
Roll an insight for me first.
Okay,
Grunk's
that's,
pulling out.
yeah, really good. 23.
Yep, so you start looking at its body language, and then you stop for a moment and you think, this isn't like a normal animal, this seems far more intelligent, the way it moves, the way it acts. Roll an animal handling check for me.
14.
14. Yeah, it seems to be looking for something and expecting it from you.
Grunk goes up and holds apple.
Yeah, Kaya says that
right near the
it's
tongue.
looking for something.
It sort
wants
of moves its
something.
huge head, the water rippling, and you actually feel for the first time just the power of the water, the boat sway a little bit, and it moves around you to stare at Kai again.
Ooh, 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 ooh. I go look for my
Particularly
mushrooms and
something
kale.
from me. That's
You do
concerning.
find some sitting uneaten on the deck.
So
A bit spilled now.
Do you mind if I borrow this? Evelyn?
No.
Okay. And I go up to it and I go,
So it hissed at Kai and it sounded like it was a language, not just a hits?
Well, I mean, most of you have spoken to animals to some degree, and you'd think, yes, it's trying to communicate.
Alright, I'm going to try again then to speak to an animal with a 10.
Yep, so how do you do it?
I'm going to blink into red and bring the hood back and let my own scales flare a bit and sort of lean in towards it and start to speak in a modified draconic and just let it sort of drift into sounding like what it sounded like to Kaya.
Yep, so you feel the entity surging forward a little bit. Then you feel this moment of pure panic, and the entity recedes, and you just can't draw on it.
Alright. What's wrong with you?
You just met with silence.
Coward?
I'm okay.
No, I meant him. As Grunk would call him, Bony Poo. I think he's running away when I need him, I'll call him that too.
Oh, Grunk have idea.
I'm gonna pull the green potion out. The last one.
Yep.
And huff it.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can hear it. Sorry.
Good.
Hello? who are you?
They call me the King of Shells.
They call him the King of Shells.
Hello, King of Shells.
You have nice shell crown.
Yes.
That was a compliment.
Where is the old magics?
The what?
The old magics.
He's looking for the old magics. Is that man friend? Are you
I
old
mean-
magics?
I have no knowledge of any magics in me. We've never been a magical family.
Oh! The scroll. Maybe it means that.
Oh,
Are
but
you
Simon
looking for
has that.
scroll?
The old magics.
Damn it!
You said we don't know what that is.
I can taste it on the air.
I'm gonna go down and get my
That
bag.
wasn't me.
I'm gonna go down and get my bag and bring it up and just open it towards the snake. Is it any of this?
Hisses at you and rears back.
Sorry.
It just wants old magics.
No.
I'm behind that.
Oh,
What does it look like? What does old magics look like?
I don't know.
Well, we don't either. We're trying to help.
have
Look
I
very scary.
heard of any old magics in the stories when I was a child?
Roll insight.
19.
You would think it's probably referring to the skull you got tucked away in your back.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in my backpack would be in the cabins.
Yeah.
I think he means the scroll. We kind of need that.
But Simon's got it.
Oh, you have Simon's
No.
stuff!
Yes.
Oh.
Do you want me to go get it?
No.
Is
Alright.
magic scroll more important than being eaten?
I mean, maybe he can help us. Do you want to ask if he can help us?
Yes. What does he want with it?
What? Why you
Yes.
want old magics?
Bring back moon.
Ah, he wants to bring back the moon.
I don't know that. What?
Where are you doing that?
Oh, well, let's just give him the
It-
scroll then.
Yeah, I've already run down.
We want to do that too. We help you.
I give him a big thumbs up.
He does not understand what you're doing.
He doesn't have thumbs, I assume.
I run down and I search through Simon's stuff and I try and find the scroll. Pretty easy.
I imagine it would be. It's in a fairly large container.
And
King of Shells. Could you ask him what he eats?
What do you eat?
The corals.
Oh, I don't have any of that. I mean, sorry.
What does it?
He eats corals.
Oh,
Can you ask it? Can you ask it why it wants to bring back the moon?
I guess. Why do you want to bring back moon?
Keep balance.
Keep the balance.
Okay, that's good.
Keep the world here.
I got the scroll. Do you want me to like open it for you?
His head sort of swoops down in front of it and see its tongue come out and just touch the edge of it. Tastes like parchment.
Wait, was that to the scroll case or the tongue?
Because he did that, not the tongue. The scroll. I was like, oh, you're doing it. So I'm gonna do it.
Hold it out, he goes to lick it.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Magical game of push-pull.
So you hold it and open it.
Yeah.
Where's subplot?
Oh, maybe it knows what it says. Grunk, can you help? Ask what it says.
What's it say?
I don't know.
Doesn't know.
Damn it.
The words are gone.
The words are gone. Did you lick them off?
No.
Oh.
Well, it says we have to go to a negative plane to read it.
We have to go to negative plane to read?
I will not go there.
He won't go. We go.
Yeah, can we go?
Yeah.
We go get moon.
How do we get there?
How do we get to negative plane?
There is a place on Far Islands.
On Fire Islands.
Alright. Eveline!
How do we get there? Bolt?
Yes.
Can you push bolt, make go faster?
Yes.
What did he say?
He said yes.
Oh, this is so good.
Yes.
Buckle up, kids!
He's coming with us?
Are you gonna come to Fire Islands? Okay. He said no.
Oh, okay.
It's
So
in
help, right?
the Fire Islands, like on the way past the Moonwell.
Are they past Moonwell?
Friends live in Moonwell.
Your friends live in Moonwell.
I can't see them anymore.
What happened?
Magics.
Magics make your friends go away.
Magics keep me out.
Ah. Magics keep him out of Moonwell.
Oh.
Oh, but the Moonwell's the thing, right? We were right, yeah?
About what?
About the Moonwell existing and working.
I
Moonwell.
assume so. Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got a mention.
He said there's magics at Moonwell.
Oh, well, this is good. Oh, but bad news for him. But good news for us. But bad news for him.
Yeah, can you tell him we're going there and then we're going to go to the negative plane?
We're gonna go Moonwell and then we'll go negative plane and then we get Moon back.
Oh, and tell him that he has friends here now because it's us.
Can you understand them?
No.
Oh, okay. What'd you say?
Tell him that he does have friends here now because of us.
Oh. We're your friends now.
Yes, not the same friends.
Yeah, obviously.
Does he like us?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone's just cowering in terror behind the steering wheel.
Well, are we?
Okay, let's
not waste
go.
time. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah. You help us get Moonwell quicker. Push bolt in direction and then we'll go Moonwell. And then we'll go negative plane and then we'll get Moon with old magics.
You might not pass.
Yeah, but maybe.
I'm so glad you're the face of the
So his head just disappears beneath the surface. Everything goes silent for a few minutes.
Oh! Put the staff back.
Hold on, everybody.
Luna, grab on!
I'm gonna go grab
To the staff, but
Evelyn
okay.
and hold on to the side of the boat with
Oh, immediately
Yeah,
runs
grasp.
Eveline and apparently we need to hold on.
She's like, I know Grunk's got me.
Oh, Grunk, you're
Grunk's holding her ankles.
I got you.
Dark, we didn't see it.
It was glorious.
I want to be at the front like the Titanic, but with the staff just on the front. Just leave it.
I'm just behind like this.
Cue the pan flute.
no, we ain't
Alright, so all of a sudden you feel a surge in the water and a thud in the boat. Everyone make a dex check with advantage because you thought to grab on.
Sure.
20.
Shit.
12.
11.
You're holding onto me.
Holding on
Wow, okay. So it starts surging forward and you will just start feeling the pull of inertia. You're holding onto Cop on, you just can't grab on and you start sliding back along the deck.
I'm going to reach back and grab her before she goes too far.
Roll a strength check.
Oh, God. 6.
And you go to grab, and it's too far gone. And you come crashing into Kai, knocking him loose from his handhold as well.
Sorry! Oh!
I'm just gonna try and grab her and grab anything to stop us from moving.
Yep, roll a strength check.
Alright. So that is going to be a 15.
Yes, you manage to grab onto one of the railings. You sort of feel your shoulder pull out a bit.
Yep.
Doesn't feel great.
Just gonna grit my teeth and work through the pain.
You are holding on to Eveline and the side of the boat, and you just let go with one hand, and you go crashing into the back of the top of the railing, pinning her to it.
Oh. She won't move.
That's a success in some areas, I guess.
Yeah, I gotta say.
And you feel yourself surging forward through the sea. You can see over the back just water flicking up all around, and the waterhead just parting,
All I see is the green of her eyes
glinting in the starlight.
as we're pinned against the railing.
I rolled a 16 on a console to not throw up.
So as you're moving forward, it was that first push, it was a struggle.
Natural one!
You get to your feet, you in a pile of vomit that you didn't notice.
Wasn't me.
Not gonna say anything.
I think we can get up now.
Okay.
Get up, help her up.
Yeah.
You okay?
You literally just pick her up off the ground with one hand. Oh, yes. I'm okay, thank you. They're quite heavy.
I'm sorry.
I don't feel so good.
And you
I can
see
tell.
trees just starting to whiz past now as you're entering this channel.
Thanks, King of Shells!
Thank you.
And it continues this way. As you go forward, you do see to your left off in the distance some what look like stone towers. And you see it's wide enough that it's probably a city in there. And you keep pushing forward, and eventually after about an hour's time you come out into an open area again. Looks like an inland sea. You do see far in the distance islands or mainlands.
I think I like the taste of mushrooms and kale.
Well, it's usually better the first time.
Yeah.
Look like we almost at land again.
Yes.
How do we slow it down?
You feel all of a sudden the boat just does slow down as you say that. It's still going very quickly and it skims on the water a little bit but comes down to a slower halt. And you're just floating there, not moving at all.
Did I do that because I said we were slowing down?
I
You
think
can
I'll do
control
that.
words now.
Oh, this is the weird druid stuff.
This bow is magic.
Would I be able to have a gauge of maybe how far we moved?
In that time?
Yeah, the distance that we've travelled.
Yeah, I mean, what do you want it in?
Oh no, just in the sense of how far we've travelled in comparison to where we've just came from, like the distance.
Okay, yeah, sure. Roll insight.
Ability check.
Just
13.
enter it into his Fitbit.
Yeah.
I'd like to know it in pounds per meter. Newton
16.73.
Right.
The paravate.
Write that down. Because I got a +1 in math, so.
Yes.
You're not 100% sure, but you figure the last hour's gotten you further than the first 6 did.
Oh, that was beneficial in ways. I'm gonna go and clean myself up.
Me too.
So after about 30 seconds, you see the water cresting and a giant head made of shell rears up again.
Thank you, Mr. Shell.
I'm down washing
Doesn't
this.
seem to understand you anymore.
Nope. Thank you, Mr. Shell.
I'm downstairs, like, washing the vomit off.
Yes.
As you say, his head sort of moves in right up to you, and his nose is almost touching you, and it's just huge. And you feel the entity further back in you than you've ever felt it. It just feels like it's retreating completely.
I'll smile a little bit and pat the King of Shells.
Sort of puts its head down, and you hear in your head, well, maybe you'll be okay. And that disappears, rearing back up and going under the water.
Maybe I will, I think.
What'd it say?
He said maybe I'll be okay.
Ah, you'll be okay. Grunk already knew that.
Oh, was that you that said that? You tricked me again, you naughty boy.
Bad Grunk.
Wasn't Grunk, but Grunk,
Oh.
you'll be okay.
Everyone's going to have to give you a spanking for that.
I'm so druid.
Roll for arousal.
Now your boat's just sort of floating in the middle of open water. There seems to be nothing anywhere near you, just land masses in the distance.
I come back up. So we in the Moonwell now?
Unless the Moonwell is the ocean, no.
Okay.
How far to the land?
I get
Quite a way.
to
With sails up, you'd probably figure you'd get there by morning.
I'll put the game in my hand.
Come back up after a bit. I've got the book out with the map and stuff in it. I'm just trying to work out where we are, how far we got to go, which way we need to go.
As you're looking at the map, you're sort of looking around at the landmarks. Roll a investigation for me.
Investigation. 8.
You're not sure. I mean, it looks pretty close to where you've got some notes about the veil being torn,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not sure how close. But this looks like the large inland sea that it's referring to.
What you trying to do there, Kai?
Just trying to work out where we might be. We've travelled a fair distance in the last hour. I feel like we're probably in the middle of the inland sea. This one here, and I'll point it out.
And where do we need to go?
I think there was some. I don't know. I think there was some notes about this being where the veil's torn. That. I don't know.
Hang on.
Look, I'm gonna look around. Do I notice that there's landmass around and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's fairly easy to see. It's
Black
like
vision.
it just looks like black shapes on the
Yeah.
horizon.
Well, if that's all over, I'm going to go get some more rest.
I'm just gonna grab the pendant and hold on to it and try and ask it, I guess, which direction we go from here. Because there's a few land masses, you said, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, so I just want to know which one.
So you see to your left and right landmass sort of a fair way away that seems to curve away, then open water ahead of you.
Okay. So I just want to, I'm just basically trying to figure out which way, left or right, is the landmass we need to go to.
It answers with here. You just feel like this is where you should be, right here.
Okay. Thanks, I guess. I like riddles, but I mean, come on. Evelyn, do we have an anchor that makes us sleep underwater?
What?
You know, you put the anchor down and then the boat goes under and we all sleep underwater.
Well, that sounds very dangerous.
Well, I didn't die last time.
Oh, obviously not.
It's both different magic.
Alright. Well, do we have like a normal anchor then?
Oh, I haven't checked, to be
We
honest.
don't want anchor. We're not yet. We need to go land.
No, I just asked and here, like here. We're here.
She walks off and does find an anchor at the back of the boat.
I don't know how they work, but they do a thing.
I can anchor us if you want.
Cool. What happens when you do?
The boat continues to not move.
Cool. Well, that's good because this is where I'm meant to be. In
How
Columbus.
do you know that?
Well, I asked
Ask who?
the thing. And I hold the pendant again and show it to Grunk.
Who? What? Who this?
I'll take it off and give it to you.
You find who this.
Hello? Hello?
I don't know. It'll talk to me. Hello?
Weird boy, right?
I think we're here.
So Evelyn lets the anchor out. You feel the slight tug on the boat as it hits and sways back into place.
Well, should we rest and then wait till it's light and have a look? Down, I guess.
You feel Moonwell? Do you feel it here?
You just keep on trying.
Nope.
Shell King said he couldn't go in Moonwell, but he was here. So maybe we're not here.
Oh, I don't know. This is weird. Where's that map?
I probably would have actually given it to you,
Okay.
because I was going.
Well, we got land there and land there. So where in the map has 2 bits of land?
Roll an insight.
Can I do it too if I'm looking at the map?
Yeah.
Not great. 7.
12.
Yeah, it's hard to say because there's so many small islands, so many inland oceans. There's literally a series of islands, so you're not really sure where you are. Especially having never been out on boats other than once before.
This picture looked like poo-poos in water.
I mean, from what I can see, it seemed to be above water, so I don't think it's going to be under the water.
Let's rest. And think about it in the morning.
But if we rest with anchor up, we can get to land by morning. We have to make a decision. We either have to stay here. I think we should anchor up, sail up, go to land. And you think we anchor down. Can you tiebreaker? You can make decision.
We'll stay here.
Okay.
I mean, I trust Koppo. If it says that we should stay here, then let's just stay here and see what happens. Maybe we'll see more, you know, in the morning.
I don't know. I asked, he said here. And I mean, that's there and that's there, and this is here, so here, I think.
Evelyn, I think we'll stay here, and that means you might get some rest.
Yes, I'll take some sleep. So you head downstairs?
I'll stay on top of the deck, and
Yeah.
I'll stay out for a little while, and then I'll meditate once I keep a lookout, and then wait until morning.
Oh, and if you see any of those weird ghouly things, come down and get us.
Oh, you mean the one like with Miguel?
Yeah, Martin's friend.
Oh, okay, yeah. I will.
Grunk stay up on the deck too. I'm gonna get a little apple and just practice mage hand. I saw a small boy do, and Grunk wanna learn how to do more things with mine. He doesn't move.
That's alright, keep on practicing, Grunk.
You hear Sandar's voice in your head.
You can do it.
Yeah, he's 12.
That's a good boy.
11.
19.
11, that's 3 in a row. 11, 19,
But you
11.
can't just keep rolling, you get 3 tries a day.
Okay, well, no, it isn't. Yeah, you go.
I'm gonna try to do magic stone, which is where I grab a stone, like infuse it and be magic, and then I'm gonna try and skip the stones against its cantrip.
Yep.
And skip it against the water and
Sure. What level's that?
cantrip.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yep, right?
Yep.
Try it in the trap.
Yeah, that was a 10.
Pretty easy to do. You work out how to do it straight away using some magic you already know.
And I make it go.
Which way do you skip it?
I'm going to skip it, so I'll be at the front of the boat, and whichever way the front of the boat, I'll probably do it that way. My
Is it
right.
magically lit?
Yep.
Roll perception for me.
Oh, let me just double check. View them with magic, random
Just random magic.
magic.
She throws-
I
she throws
feel
magic.
like I want to make them blue though, because I like everything blue and
Yep.
luminescing stuff. Perception?
Yes.
I'm very enthused with how many I can count. It's a 12.
You count 3 and it seems to just disappear while you went under the water.
And I just keep going
What are you doing?
until I run
Ronnie?
out of pebbles.
I was going to do a bit more riding, and after planting my little tree.
So you're up on the deck too?
No, I'm down here.
Okay. And
I'm passed out.
where?
Probably in the cabin.
Who would have gone downstairs first?
Definitely me.
Yeah, he said that.
Roll perception for me.
Not 20, but disadvantage, so 7.
Roll perception for me.
This is why I have to. This is why I'm sleeping. Get rid of that.
7.
Alright, it's fine.
I'm playing
Go
with
and-
stuff.
go
Having
and
a grand
sleep.
old time.
Yeah,
I'm just
Do you start writing your book?
yep. I'll stay up on deck all night.
Can I try prestidigitation on the apple now that I've failed my chance?
If you've tried 3 times, then no.
And I'm going to sleep.
Tomorrow maybe.
I'm eating the apple and then I'm going to sleep.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll just go through the usual ritual of playing the dice till I get hammers, cutting a hole in the jacket, mending the jacket, laying down in the jacket.
When Grunk goes to sleep, I'm gonna carve down my teeth and carve my nails and meditate.
Yep.
Quietly.
What part of the boat are you on?
Front bow.
Roll perception.
20? Dirty.
The dirt.
Well, I'm glad someone rolled high enough. You hear what sounds like something hard on wood repeatedly downstairs. As everyone goes quiet, you just hear this something on wood frantically.
Okay. And I head downstairs to the sound.
Yep, so you head up to the front where the cargo hold is.
Yeah.
Hearing something quite loud now that you get to the door, you swing it open and the horses are just panicked.
Oh!
You notice that the cart's been damaged a bit as it's been thrown around, and the reins are sort of twisted around one of their heads.
I'm gonna try and unlink them, and I'm gonna try and settle them down and go, hey, it's okay, and I'll cast, and I'll start the ritual for talk to horse,
Talk
Talk to horse, speak with them.
You know the spell talk to horse.
You know the
I
horse.
think it's called horse speak.
Horse speak.
Obviously.
And I'm gonna try and calm them as
Roll
well.
animal handling.
Talk to horse, of course.
11.
They start calming down a little bit, but I mean they've just been locked in this room and propelled through an hour's worth of being
And
pummeled.
I'm start feeding them as well. Get some food and some kale, feed them and and then I'm gonna go around and check. Are the bodies still in the cart? I don't remember what happened.
You left them in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna check.
Yeah, they've been thrown around quite badly.
Oh gosh. And I'll start grabbing some rope and I'll start kind of tying them down and make sure they're like
I
tucked
thought we
in.
put
And
them
I'll
into
put
the
some
beds.
padding. Did we?
No, the cargo hold was the last place I heard them go.
Yep.
It's okay. And I'll start like cushioning their heads and packing them in a bit, and then just sit with the horses and try and calm them and feed them and water them.
Now that they're being paid some attention to and they realise they're not being left alone, they start calming down.
Terrible.
Imagine how they feel. They went
I'm
down
sorry,
there.
great druid. And I'll spend the rest of my time with them and not meditate. So exhaustion for the next day.
So we nearly lost the bodies once, and we nearly lost the horses. We're doing-
And the bodies again.
Yeah.
They're doing great.
Great.
Very good at social responsibility.
I was convinced we had the horses above deck, covered in the top.
They took them down because you didn't have a tarp.
Yeah,
And
we
you-
did
and
the
you
top
didn't-
of the people. I remember. I challenged them.
Challenge this ruling.
Alright, the horses are now in the water.
Yeah,
and now
no,
back
we
that
forgot
way.
about them either way.
Not good at remembering the stuff. Okay, that's right.
Cool.
And I'll just talk to them and be like, yes, and I really like blue flowers, but then again, I like to put the pink ones in here, and just, give them a lot of attention, but talking like normal. Maybe a bit of Elvish as well.
Yep, so that leaves you and Evelyn alone on the top deck.
Well, I was just hanging out going to sleep. I don't know what you decided to do. Is she
No, you
hanging
don't.
out?
She seems to be sleeping against the wheel.
Aw.
Do a jacket or anything for her?
No, I got a ring mail.
No dreams or visions?
No.
Good. No, stick to your decision. You said no.
No. You actually have a really good night's sleep. For the first time in a long time, you don't have horrific dreams. And the morning comes. You wake up first as the sun reaches the sky.
Oh, I immediately eat some apple, berry, or whatever fruit I had left in my pack from there.
Probably a lot. Full pack's worth.
You still got a salad bar in your bag.
And then I'll wake up Evelyn and try and put some food in her. Just gently wake her.
Breakfast for you.
Thank you.
Breakfast in bed.
The bed was the wheel, so.
Worst bed ever. After some time, you wake up and you probably hear movement on the deck.
Morning!
Good morning.
How hot is it?
How hot? Pretty hot.
Okay, so still standing. Yeah. Alright, so while Evelyn's gently waking up, she then hears from the bottom of the hold, So called Huom called Destine Cason, also Huom Cosclot Caun.
What in the realms was that?
Alright, that's just weird boy who does that when he wakes up.
That's every time.
Yeah.
Gee,
Usually
Yeah,
it
every
consumes the
time.
closest person to him, so just be careful you're not with him.
he consumes them.
I'm just kidding.
Eats them.
As you said that, I'm just walking up with the staff with a big smile on my face. Hello!
Go back to the wheel.
And just start shaking leaves around.
About 10 minutes later, I'm assuming you show
Yeah. Slept in a bit.
up, or at least donning your armor.
No, not while I'm on a ship. I'm not sinking in that ship. No,
Alright.
it's just slept in from recovering from exhaustion.
Grunk.
Speaking of, Luna, are you okay?
Yeah,
You
what?
sleep well last night?
I don't sleep, remember?
Okay, fair enough.
That sounds awful.
No, it's actually really nice. I don't waste as much time as you guys.
Time spent sleeping, not wasted. Thoroughly
Honestly,
enjoyed.
I'm inclined to agree with Grunk there.
I mean, if I didn't have to sleep, I wouldn't.
Looking around, Koppo, do you still have that map that I gave you?
Yeah.
Can I have a look at it?
Back up. Hand it to it.
Yes. Now that I have a better view of everything, I'm no longer exhausted.
Roll again.
Insight?
Investigation probably. At this
Investigation? No worries. 11.
point. Yes, it's open ocean. There's landmass around you. As you look at the map, it's very hard to place where you are.
Yeah.
Can I see anything now?
As you look over, it just seems to be green water.
Not very clear.
It's clearish, but you can't see anything below you, and you can't see all the way to the bottom.
I don't see Moonwell down there.
Right, well, I suppose, I'm not entirely sure where we are on this. I can't really piece it together. I suppose, where do we want to go? Which direction do you think we need to go?
Bernie Pooh and Amulet said Moonwell was here.
Oh no, the amulet's not him.
So many invisible people with invisible information.
Luna, can you try and find the moon one?
Um,
It's kind of like you're better at this than me.
I did try, but I've lost connection.
Roll Arcana.
I'm not proficient. Does that matter?
No.
Okay. That is a 5.
Yeah, you probably lost your connection.
Alright. I'm gonna hold the amulet again and be like, now don't muck around with me. Where do we need to go?
You just hear the same response in your head.
Here.
And you hear the response fading out a bit. And you hear another voice replace it. I feel them.
God damn it! And then
They're
throw it on the
coming.
ground. Just throw it on the ground. Everyone talks to me when I don't want them to talk to me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll
No,
be very,
not
very
you.
We have to go.
I know, but where, you dumbass?
Anywhere. Get out of here.
What now?
Do you want me to talk to you now?
Someone said here, and then Bernie asshole said we have to go elsewhere. But this is where we were told to go, and the snake dropped us off here, and this is where we have to be, and the King of Shells wouldn't lie to us.
I look down into the water.
It's fairly nice clear water, but you can't see the bottom.
Well, do you want to take a swim?
Yes, and I'm just going to dive over the edge.
What about your back in the
The
water?
bag's, I'm nowhere in the bag, I'm just dived over the edge.
I'll dive under him.
You're
under-
not under me. You gotta
Dive
be
into
pretty
me.
dexterous, because I've already dived.
So you see them both just leaping over the edge after shouting something about something.
Alright, we'll go.
So all I've got is the staff and the knife on my back.
I
Yep.
don't have anything.
I'm going to take the map up to Evelyn, see if we can piece it together from there.
I'm gonna find the rope. Koppo.
Piece out where
Put
we are,
down
what we
with
need to
the
do.
stuff.
Yeah, be in the bag.
Yeah.
So I'll rush down, grab the rope, and just throw it over the edge and tie it on the edge just to make sure they've got something to climb back up
Try and
on.
cast water breathing. But I don't know what spell it is, and I don't know if I have it. So give me a second.
It's called water breathing.
I know.
That's it.
I'll message Koppo. Let me know when you find Moonwell.
And I'm going to keep going and looking around under the water.
Hey man friend, everyone jumped in water.
Yes, I noticed.
Roll
Yeah.
perception with advantage.
Okay, no worries.
Evelyn's helping you now.
Yep. 15.
Together you sort of piece together, looking at the land masses, the size, now that it's daylight.
Yep.
Where it says the Vale's Torn, there's a slash through the map with a pen or quill and a note that says the Vale's Torn. Looking at it, you sort of look up and around a couple of times to confirm. You feel like it's somewhere in the middle of the water right here.
That's interesting.
14 perception. What do I see?
You see a lot of water.
Okay, great. This is going well.
Grunk, you have an affiliation with the arcane, yes?
What?
You can do magic, yes?
Yeah, okay.
Do you feel any, I don't know, magical energies around or something?
Roll Arcana.
I get jack of all trades. I'm pretty good at everything.
Well,
You're alright at most things.
10.
pretty good.
Subpar at some. Seems fairly normal.
I don't feel moon well. I don't feel.
Not the moon well. I think we're closer to the veil, or the tear in the veil.
So
I don't know what that means.
So how long do you go unconscious?
I
Good
tried
con.
to cast a 3rd level spell,
Yes.
water breathing, because I saw it before and I tried. And it's a natural 1, so no, I don't.
You think to cast a spell you're going to have to say something, you open your mouth and it starts filling with salt water.
I got a pretty good con. I'm going to keep swimming down.
Can I see them?
Yeah, they aren't getting very far.
Couple is
Can I
just
tell
come back
that
up.
she's
Yeah, Luna's already
Breathing
splashing back up above the water, coughing.
Speaking to both Evelyn and Grunk, do either of you have to know much about this veil? Or anything to do with the plane of the Fae?
What's a tear between the worlds and a way out of this one, I hope.
A tear between the... Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure.
10. Fair.
Do I know much about the thing?
Do you? Would you have had any history?
Just stories.
Roll with a disadvantage a history check.
Oh,
10.
Nothing about this sort of thing. You've heard stories of the Feywild, trickster spirits. You've heard of spells that bring them to this plane, but nothing on this scale.
No, Grant don't know about Vale. Taryn Vale.
Okay.
Taryn Vale. Whoever he is.
So, one last perception check as I'm still trying to swim down.
Yeah.
I'll head back up. With 7.
Yeah, you're getting lower, it's getting darker below you.
Alright, I'll swim back up now.
Yeah.
Get halfway down there and I keep looking, I see Koppodrazi go,
I'm swimming straight up, you're like,
I use a message. You're both terrible swimmers.
huh? What?
You're not fish.
That's a good idea! And I'm going to try and turn into a fish.
It doesn't work.
I am going to...
If he gets in that 100 on polymorph.
Because the wording that you used was a tear between the thing.
Don't you use
A
my language
gateway.
against me, please.
No, because it's a gateway, I'm going to grab my light crossbow and just the four corner, basically I'm just going to do a northeast, southwest, just firing out, just on a hunch.
Yep.
Just watching the arrows, being that if it's a gateway, maybe they'll vanish, because I rolled for a hunch.
Are you attacking clouds, man friend?
No, I have a hunch. If this is a gateway, watch the arrows. If it's a gateway, then maybe they'll disappear. If not, then I lose arrows. I have no issues with that.
Okay, I'll keep half an eye on that. Making sure
So you fire north and you see the arrow sailing away and splashes in the water.
Good shot!
Yeah, so I was aiming for that particular ripple.
You start climbing up.
Yeah, I had some fun, like climb with the rope in one hand and plant the staff next to the boat, and then climb up, plant the staff again, keep doing that.
Yep. You turn to the east.
Yep.
and you fire. You see the arrow arc and splash into the water. As you do, you see something strange. There's almost a black bubbling in the water where it hit.
That's weird. Grunk, have a look. That's not normal, is it? You see that, right?
It's a
Is that not the side of the
small
boat?
round area. Well, you could probably see it if you looked from this side.
Yeah.
Small round area of bubbly black water that's appeared. And you start
Oh.
feeling your wrist burning.
Alright, so I'll probably let go of the staff and just hold it out. So-called Huonkoul, destined Kason, also Huonkoul.
It's burning hotter.
Is he on the boat yet?
Most of the way up.
Papa, you okay?
I'm just gonna slide down the rope and just put my wrist back into the water.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to help.
Damn it.
You okay?
Dice, this is hot!
You see this black ooze billowing out from the water where it's created.
Oh, that's not good. Everybody out of the water! I shout out loudly to everyone to get out of the water quickly.
Get up here, red boy.
I'm gonna try and climb it.
Pull the rope.
Up.
Yeah.
Try and speed it up.
As it goes past, I'll grab the staff off the side of the boat.
Yep.
So we're not leaving it there.
You'd probably already have made it to the top. You'll get to the top and look over and see this bubbling, brawling black water.
No, that wasn't me.
Your roll of initiative coming.
That's not good.
Oh, what happened?
My friends attacked water with arrow and now water mad.
I was trying to see if there was a gateway, and I have found something that is not normal. I'm going to reload the crossbow.
Well, this
Shield
isn't
off my
normal
back.
either. This isn't normal. It doesn't do this anymore. After I've said it, it shouldn't do this. It shouldn't do this anymore.
Okay, what's going on?
Okay.
Is it hurt?
Yes!
Oh,
It's like the only
Take it
fire
off.
that does no!
You see this flesh sizzling a little bit underneath.
Is there some way to expel it?
No!
do the dice thing!
I'm gonna grab the dice out of my pocket and throw them at the deck over and over. And I'm
As he's
knowing
doing
something.
this, you are watching this black water
Yeah.
bubble and broil, and you see this long clawed hand come up out of it, and it seems to claw into the top of the water, pulling itself up, and you see a long black hair come up from sunken eyes.
Guys?
Comes up, long nose, sunken white ashen face, and just a grimace with sharp teeth.
How far away is it?
That's not
Probably a
good.
couple of 100 feet.
Everybody?
And you just start having flashing visions in your mind.
Everybody?
What's going on?
Away from the edge.
That's a monster.
Behind this clawed hand, you see another hand come up that looks like a giant club. And next to it, another hand come up that looks like a scythe. And you see three
Okay.
faces emerging from the darkness.
Okay.
That's
not good.
Top of the water.
It's not as pretty as the coral.
Eveline, have you heard of anything like this before?
Oh, what the hell is going on here? We need to get out of here.
Come on, you flaming
Then let's
asshole!
get out of here.
here.
I'm gonna look around for the anchor.
Yeah, I'm gonna go immediately for the anchor.
Yeah, immediately go for the anchor
Run
and
down for my bow and arrow and get ready to be protected.
start
So
pulling
you
it up.
start pulling the anchor up. Evelyn gets the sails going, and
Yeah.
the boat starts slowly moving forward with the anchor trailing behind, and you see these creatures climb up out, and they're just standing on top of the water looking at you. And they start walking along the water after you.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go!
I cast control water and I try and push our boat faster.
Yep.
Using control water. To add some speed.
That's the spell you know already?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's first level. It goes for a certain amount of minutes.
Oh, it doesn't.
Hey.
After about 30 seconds, you feel the boat starting to push forward, and you feel it slam into something.
I immediately rush forward to see what we hit.
Nothing.
Oh, that's not good. Grunk?
What we hit?
Apparently nothing.
Get
Grab
me out of here.
your hammer.
I'm not doing it that way. We're doing this the old-fashioned way. We're fighting with both of us.
No! Get out of here!
No!
I,
I'm gripping the staff with my left hand
I rush up
and
to
just keeping a clenched fist with the other.
Eveline and I say, have you got any weapons?
No.
Hand her my dagger. So
She hurls it, and you see it ahead of the boat just blast of purple light, and it disappears. I
oh,
think this is where we need to be. Let's go.
sure, everybody? And What are we doing? We're rushing. What do we do? What? Just run
She's-
forwards?
You see she's already let go of the wheel. She runs forward, puts one foot on the top of the boat and just jumps and just in a flash of purple light disappears.
What about the horses and the boat and the people?
I think I'm gonna look back. What are we looking at, like with the horrid creatures?
Roll perception.
Alright. 9.
They're moving on you.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking angry. They're just menacing.
Grab the bodies, get on the horses, jump off the boat with the horses.
But they're downstairs. We have to try and get them out.
Go.
All right.
Go.
No, that's gonna take too long. Just go now.
Oh my god, down and get the horses.
Yeah, I'm chasing Luna down.
Sorry.
Game for the bodies. That's the
Yeah.
whole thing.
I'm gonna, seeing that everyone's just rushing, I'm gonna rush in, grab my pack where that's got my armor strapped to it, Simon's pack that's got all of his stuff, because he has all the magical stuff, and then rush up and make sure. I'm just gonna stay up on deck, throw the packs right where we're going to jump, and then just stand ready to make sure that these things aren't going to,
Yep, they're moving forward. They've
Yeah.
almost got to the boat now.
I'm going to call out as loud as I can to everyone. We need to go now. Get out of the boat.
So
I think I got the horses, yeah.
Shout.
we're gonna run down, untie horse,
Horse.
throw people on horses on the backs,
Horses
just
without a
try and
cart.
fasten them real quick.
And then
With your strength, that's probably fairly easy to do, but I will get you to make an animal handling.
I'll try and tie them while he's throwing them on. And I'll calm the horses as well.
Animal handling.
16.
So they start coming a bit with you. They're not sure what's going on. You sort of assure them and start leading them out. They start single file through the hallways.
I got master
Get to the
around.
top.
Grab Koppo's bag.
It's up on deck. I dropped it before I went swimming. Simon's bag, you might need to go there.
No.
I've got the.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll grab yours on the way through if you're standing.
Yep.
Crazy.
Just I'm gonna take their stuff and walk towards where the three are, and I'm gonna draw the dagger off my back.
You see they've stopped and they're just staring at you with dead eyes.
Take the horses. Go, go, go.
They seem to have. You look over and they seem to have stopped and they're just staring
Yeah.
at Poppo.
I'm basically just standing there, light crossbow out, braced against the shield, and I'm just, if any of them seem to make an aggressive move, I'm gonna fire at them.
Can we coax the horses to jump through?
Yeah.
That's going to be an animal handling again to get them to jump over the edge of a boat.
12 again.
Dirty 20. Dirty 21.
So you sort of hit them on the back and they sort of try a bit wanting to do it but not quite willing to. Luna manages to get behind them and they both just jump with a flash of purple disappear.
See, it helps when you spend the night with them.
I did before.
That's a.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. Alright.
Grunk
You're not
covered
getting
them.
These horses sleep around.
Come right there through. Come with us.
I'm gonna take the dagger and stab it into the edge of the deck, and just leave it there.
Blood starts dripping down you hear in your head.
Yeah.
Today is not the day. The cauldron tells us we'll have you soon.
The cauldron lies, and you know how I feel about lies.
Here we are.
Then I'm gonna set the edge of the boat where the dagger is on fire, lift the lift the
Jesus.
staff, and just bolt.
Let's go, wee boy.
So you see everyone just disappearing in flashes of purple light behind you. You run, picking up speed, put your foot on the front of the boat, and just disappear into this flash of purple. And that is where we're going to break.
And then
So stick around, we'll be back soon. I thought you were already through.
No, I was
Yeah, we were also
always
waiting. I was-
Yeah, I was waiting for everyone else to go through. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna
basically
wait.
at the same time you all jump through. We'll be back soon.
Yes.
welcome back. Alright, thank you for sticking around. So, you jump through this purple light and everything just goes silent for a moment.
Of course.
Except for.
It's almost like that was
The
planned.
noise as Copper bursts through.
Oh my god, I was waiting for a silence and then you said silence.
Just to be clear, he had like 20 minutes to open that. That was very deliberate.
It's warm now.
Is it worth it, Grunk?
Yes. That worked better than I ever hoped.
And you are just surrounded by this warm purple light. You all of a sudden, as you appear, start just feeling so much stronger than you have for so long. You feel like you're back in fighting form from your days in the army.
I'm holding on to the 2 horses and just making sure they're okay and making sure the bodies made it through as well when they fall off and things like that.
So wait, we're in a purple void.
Seems to be.
Am I with it?
Do we
Yes,
all know
you're
fairy
together.
fire now?
We're covered in that.
Do I know Fae Fire?
And there's just nothingness, but your feet are on something.
Can we all see each other?
Yes. And the horses. And Evelyn.
Is my arm cooled?
Yes. So as you jump through, you felt the sizzling heat dissipate.
Oh,
Well, this is fun.
is it better now?
It doesn't. Well, it's not burning, but it still hurts like shit.
Yeah. No, cast healing word.
Guys, where are we?
Well, we're away from them, so that's good. And the knife's gone, which is good.
We're away from everything.
Except for purple. Definitely near purple.
Oh, I'm colorblind.
Oh, well, this is a purple.
It's a nice light grey light everywhere.
Directly contradicts from last episode's hair conversation.
Yes.
You like that shade of grey.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know, I'm colorblind.
Roll for deception. Yeah, best roll I've had all night.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm going?
I believed you before you rolled.
I just look if there's anything
Yeah.
I can see direction or anything.
Nothing at the moment, it's just light everywhere. All you see is sort of a bit ahead of you is Evelyn.
Hello!
Your hands out and just looking in wonderment.
Have you
Hello!
experienced this at all?
No, I didn't think I'd get through.
How come?
Where's that?
No one really has before. Maybe
Well-
they just never came back.
While Grunk's yelling hello, I'm going to message into Grunk's head and like echo his own hello. Hello, hello, hello.
You hear it echo a little bit and then it just seems to almost get swallowed up.
Checking if anything's happened with the people.
They're still unconscious, they seem okay, strapped to the horses.
No change in vital signs or anything.
Roll medicine.
I'm gonna take my time between. That'll be medicine. I need to learn my stats. 3, 11.
They don't seem to be getting any worse, but they're not getting better.
I'm gonna grab my pack, unstrap all my armor and start putting it on.
Yep.
While I do, Evelyn,
Yes?
earlier you said that you wanted to essentially jump planes. Now that we're not in a material plane, is there a reason for that?
Hopefully no one I know will try to kill me here.
That's always a very fair thing. Can I roll an insight check to see if she's just trying to brush it aside, or?
Yeah.
Why would someone want to kill you?
We all have dark histories. She looks at you and you get this sense of knowing as she looks at you.
What kind of sense of knowing?
Sorry?
What kind of sense of knowing?
Like somehow she knows your history and your past.
Burp.
You burp?
Sorry, I just
Grunk's
go
gone through the
silent.
ground.
I just go silent.
So Grunk's feeling the ground.
Yeah, I feel the ground. What's the ground feel like?
It feels strangely soft, and as you push down, there's a little bit of sponginess to it, but it's fairly firm still. Almost like thick grass.
Okay, I'll put the staff on the ground then. Does it root?
No.
Okay. Come on!
Luna's going to close her eyes. Just start to just walk 1 or 2 steps in a direction, see if she feels anything, and stop, and then walk into another direction and see if anything gives her a pull or if she can feel.
Yep, roll Arcana.
Have to roll it again. 15.
Yeah, you feel a pull directly from the direction you sort of entered from and the way you came in. So you feel like as if you walked straight ahead, you'd be following it.
I feel like there's something pulling me this way, and I point. In
Is that away
direction.
from where we came?
Ah, yes.
Well, that's definitely that way then. Not
Okay.
going the other way.
Would I have
What
to feel
was
that as
that?
well? Or
Well,
Sorry?
would I have to feel that as well?
No.
it's what they do when they're not actually there. They sort of send that,
What was that? The witches.
I think.
They're terrifying.
Well, that's not even really them. That's just what they show you. Anyway,
Were they?
they can't see us now.
Were
They
they?
don't have the knife. Well, I don't have the knife. They do.
You got rid of it.
Well, I didn't know what to do. I hope that'll just stop them.
How do you feel?
Well, better, but still very burnt on my arm.
Well, let's keep going.
Yes, let's go away from that.
Leave the horses. Grunk, do you wanna?
So you walk for a while?
I'm playing my magic song
Yeah.
while we walk. Or
Ooh, what do we get? What do we get?
Song of Health. We will get +6 temporary hit points.
Oh yeah! Do that. Thank you.
So can we see where we came in?
No, behind you just seems to be a purple light. You look forward, Grunk's playing a song. About 15 minutes passes. You're just becoming accustomed to this nothingness, this purple light. Almost feels like it's seeping into your brain. You think of things and they just start slipping from your mind. Everyone roll a wisdom check for me.
Check it safe.
Check.
Do straight wisdom is bad. 7.
19. Grunk the Wise.
5.
So the two of you, Kai and Koppo, sort of as you're walking, you can't for the life of you remember why you're here.
Interesting.
But you've always been here just walking.
No reason to not keep walking.
And both roll a d4 for me.
2.
3.
So you notice that Koppo sort of veers off to the right and just starts wandering, and Kai turns around and starts walking back the other way.
Come on.
What?
What? This way.
Why?
We're following. Well, we're trying to get to the moon well.
Huh?
Kai,
Manfred!
What?
where are you going? We're going this way.
Oh. Okay.
Alright. Sorry.
Okay.
You go in front, rude boy. I'm
close
stay
my
behind you, make
eyes
sure you don't
again,
wander away.
And I just try and sense.
Yep, roll Arcana.
Jesus Christ. That'll be a 11.
It still feels like it's coming from ahead. You feel the pull still.
Yep.
It feels weaker. You're not sure if it's just your connection slipped a bit to it.
Okay.
And you keep walking forward.
Mhm.
Apparently I'm in front now.
Just so I can keep my hand on shoulder.
Everyone roll a wisdom check.
Oh, 19 again.
23.
That's 20, so 19.
22.
Roll a d4.
Humans. 1.
You've completely forgotten why you're here again, but you just continue walking with the party.
No reason not to walk.
Yeah.
Just
And
want
you keep
to
moving.
try and have a chat to old mate and see how he's going.
Which one?
Mine. Not pendant. Just, yeah. Just seeing where he's at.
You start talking in your head. He doesn't respond for a while. And you just hear, for the first time, it almost sounds wistful. It's just, I want to go home.
But, I mean, home's like back there. And that's, bad, buddy.
Where are we?
Well, if I knew that, I would tell you, I promise. But I have no idea and I don't know why we're here.
I want to go home.
Well, we're going to go that way, because that's where Grunk pushed me.
He just sort of goes quiet.
I keep walking and I notice that nothing seems to be changing. So while I'm walking for 10 minutes, I'm going to first level spell, which begin casting detect magic. If that will help me.
Being just instinctive from being a soldier, I'm just keeping an eye out for any landmarks and directional to keep a rough track of where we are.
You're seeing nothing at all. It's just pure purple glow.
Yep.
Everyone roll another wisdom.
Yeah, 21.
15.
Nice.
Oh, sorry. 19.
Slightly better.
19.
3.
Kai just veers off to the left and starts wandering.
Man friend, come back. Follow drum noise.
Sure.
I think I've heard of this.
Heard of what?
You can't move forward here, not like this.
Oh. So, by having feet, we're at a disadvantage.
Maybe.
By forward, you mean certain direction, or?
I mean, anywhere. She closes her eyes and goes completely silent. And after a moment, you see her step forward and start walking off, but she's still standing where she closed her eyes with her eyes closed.
I am going to look at her and go, what the shit just happened?
Grunk,
I'm trying to figure it out.
As you are staring at her with her eyes closed, you see her just start to dissolve into purple light.
What's happening? Where you go?
We lost one. Don't close your eyes.
I'm not lost, I'm here. She's sort of ahead.
How you do that?
You have to move forward with your mind, not your body.
Okay, Grunk, try.
Roll a Arcana.
Net 20.
Ooh. Then dice.
You see Grunk grimacing and his brow furrowed, and then you see another Grunk sort of shimmer out of him, ahead of him, looking exactly the same.
That's curious. I'm going to try to do the same thing.
Yeah.
You okay? You okay, Grunk?
You step straight out of your body.
Whoa. Like this?
What?
Do I look back and see my body?
Yep, and as you watch, it sort of starts almost disappearing into what looks like purple starlight as it trickles away.
Oh.
That's interesting. I reach back as it's disappearing, just touch it.
Yeah.
Like,
You feel it's just like a warm glow.
that's funny.
If anything bad happens, just don't go back to the witches. Alright?
I'm here.
I'm gonna close my eyes. And I rolled in that one.
You close your eyes and you step forward and out of your body. And you open your eyes to see behind you, your body standing there staring at you. And then you hear from your right, well, this is strange. You turn to just this strange, shimmering, glowing outline standing next to you.
What are you doing there?
I've been taken out.
Well, look, so have I. Is this what it's like for you all the time?
Darker, but yes.
This sucks.
Yes.
Do we go back in, or what do we do?
I don't know. I want to go home.
Well,
Can we see this?
Yeah.
I see them two talking.
Yeah, and there's just this black shadow sort of flickering in the purple light.
well, I mean, I'd say you can take the body, I guess, and go home, but you really don't want to do that. You know what happens with them, especially without me.
You see the body starting to disappear.
Ah, shit. Oh, well, look. Oh, damn it. All right, well, look. Just hold my hand and let's go this way. We'll go home when we can. All right?
You okay, weird boy?
You feel this scaly hand wrap around your hand and wrist.
I don't know. Can you go into the bracelet, I guess? Or do you want to just hang next to me?
You notice the bracelet's just gone off your wrist.
Oh my god, that's the first time in my entire damn life. This is, I mean, is that a good thing? I look at it.
I don't know.
Alright, buddy. I'm going to trust you, and you have to trust me. I'm going to hold its hand and start walking away from where my body was.
Yep.
Luna, come with us. Please.
9.
You step forward, focusing your will, and you just feel your body pull away behind you.
I just keep walking at it like.
You guys probably all hear a lot of clanking as Kai's like jumping up and like hopping on the spot up and down, like shaking his arms, kind of similar to like a boxer, and as they walk out and pumping themselves up.
You notice as you've walked away, your weapons and armor have been stripped, and you're left wearing what look like intricate white robes with purple sigils on them.
Would they be similar to what I've seen before on?
Roll a history with disadvantage. You're feeling very fuzzy.
Yeah. I mean, can't get much worse than a 2, so.
You know you've seen them somewhere before, but you can't place where.
Well, we're all ghosts now. What do we do about horses and dead men? Horses, closed eyes.
They're still standing where you were. As you move forward, they've tried to follow you, but it looks like they're walking on the spot.
Horses,
Oh, yeah,
closed
I
eyes.
understand.
So we have like feet, we're not like drifting in the air, right?
No, you now feel much more solid, in
Okay.
fact.
I just want to walk over to the bodies and just place my hand on them and try and help them join us.
Well, they seem to be as physical as they can be.
But we're not, or we are,
You are.
I guess, well now?
So we can carry them.
Maybe.
Alright, I'll try.
I'm trying to carry dead
Yeah.
people.
So you pick them up, put them on your shoulder, and they seem to be coming with you.
What about horses?
Luna, could you lead the horses and Kai?
Yeah, I will.
Not wonder enough.
So you pull forward and roll a strength check.
Oh, nice.
18.
And you feel the horses sort of... They're trying to come with you, but they just can't seem to. But you manage to guide them and pull forward, and they start slowly following you through.
Oh my god, these horses are really heavy.
It is a bit like pulling them through quicksand,
Would
but
you
you're
like
getting through.
Would you like some help there?
How about you just help pull, but you stay with me? Don't know why I'm shouting at you, because you're right next to me.
Sure, I can do that.
Fail. Magical voice.
Strength check.
Strength check? No worries. 14.
Yeah, that's enough to help.
Yeah, no worries.
Start moving forward. The 2 of you, or 3 of you, 4 of you now, are moving forward a bit quicker. But you are sort of falling behind, but moving up.
So Kai doesn't have any weapons. Do I have the staff?
You have the stuff, yes.
Okay, but nothing else.
No.
Okay, that's fine. Do you have your drum?
Yes.
So I have my bow and arrow?
Yes.
I've got my hammer.
Yes.
But Kai's like, no.
I don't have any of my backpack.
Basically.
What about my fruit?
Oh,
Your
God.
fruit? Yeah,
Yeah.
your fruit's still there.
There's a question.
As you
Yeah.
look, it looks far riper and better than it did before.
I did not remember to get my backpack, so I was to bring them in the boat.
Not all 3 arrows you had left.
Oh no, I grabbed my arrows and my thing for the witchy things, but
Not your empty bag.
but my bag. I don't know it.
Speaking of bags, is mine on my bag or is it drifted away with the body?
It drifted away with the body.
A great sense of relief washes over Combo. A weight has literally been lifted from his back.
Is Eveline wearing the same robes, or is it just me?
Just you.
No worries.
What are you wearing?
Fresh new digs, man friend.
We're
Yeah,
all got fancy clothes now.
robes, apparently. Kind of curious. I've seen them before somewhere. Can't remember where.
Kai, are you a wizard? No, that's a ghost. Are you a wizard?
A ghost wizard. I think they
I'm
call
a
them
lich.
I don't know what that is, but don't be that because it rhymes with witch.
Are we seeing anything
Sorry.
different now?
Yeah, you do see this light is starting to slowly give way, and it's quite dark. And you step out into it, and your eyes blink, adjusting for a moment. They're just tall trees and strange shapes, a canopy overhead, completely blocking out all light. Strange plants of iridescent colours growing. You hear the chirping of strange creatures
Oh, we're somewhere now.
Sorry, did the ring that I always
I don't know anymore.
disappear as well?
Excellent observation.
That's still there. Also, I think one
Plus 2 observation.
that I just want to ask about was no, it was just the ring. Yep. Cheers.
Grunk, wise observer.
Ooh.
Going to just play with it as you
Ah,
like.
yes, that's the
Okay.
And your pendant is still there too.
Everything great is happening today. No more knife, no more bag.
And the same attire.
No more hags.
For now.
Same attire.
Yes.
Yeah, I got the same ring man.
Cool. And we proceed forward. What do we shoot?
So a strange forest sprawls ahead of you with sharp curves and lines in it. Strange plants overgrowing everywhere.
Question. You said I don't know why I'm here. Do I know where I am still though? Do I still maintain all that, or is it complete fog?
It's fog that you could kind of grab the edges of every now and then, but then
Yeah.
it slips away.
Oh, okay, so like I'm also struggling to think where I am.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. No worries. Yep, cool. Just to be sure.
And you press forward and there's huge plants and you see some of them moving of their own accord. You hear a strange soft singing coming from somewhere deeper in the forest.
Is
Luna, is that you?
hang on, is still with me?
Yes.
Phew, just checking.
Not hovering next to you, holding your hand like
Grunk can't sing him.
No, I'm not singing, but it sounds beautiful.
Sort of, it almost sounds like a chorus of a lot of voices singing in a strange language that's not quite a language.
Nothing that I understand.
No.
You, I really should name you. What, do you understand them?
No. But I've heard them sing before.
When?
I don't know.
Have I heard them sing?
Yes.
I don't remember this. Is this what you hear when I die?
No. Only screaming.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, what do we, should we go towards the singing? Because it does sound nice, and we kind of need to know.
Can the horses
Where we
move
are.
properly now?
Yeah, they seem to be fine.
So,
I'm gonna-
Grunk tie dead man back up on the horses.
I'm gonna close my eyes while that's happening and just see if I can get a sense of the moon while I'm here.
Yep, roll Arcana with advantage. You notice when you're putting these people back on the horses, all the saddlery has disappeared from them.
Just being a horse now.
Dirty 20.
Yep, you feel it coming from ahead.
Okay. Yeah.
You can feel almost like a stream of energy that
Yeah.
you feel like you could follow.
Yeah, I think it is that way. I can feel it now.
Oh, we're almost here! Yay!
Does Kai still have the scroll?
The scroll that was in the backpack. You still got the backpack?
I mean, would have been wearing it. Yeah. After I put it down, just put all my armor stuff on. Put it. So, yeah.
Bless you. So the arms go
So
up
some
the back.
spores kick up. If you open the backpack to have a look,
Yeah.
the scroll would be there. Anything magical is still in there.
Yeah.
Anything
There's
metal has disappeared.
There is no magical stuff in there. Even like I still have a bone dice then because I made a bone.
Yep, that'd be there.
Compared to metal dice.
Yeah. Still here by the looks of it. Pull it out.
Alright, can we see anything on it?
Oh. Open it up.
Blank scroll.
Looks like a blank scroll to me.
So Koppo's piecing a few things together and noticing that all of Kai's non-magical things are gone and magical things have remained. And I'm going to check in my pocket for the dice.
What are they made of?
Just the lodestones, so they're just magnetic.
Yep, they're still
There
there.
they are? Okay, so I do need the dice. Okay, I just needed to check.
Because you keep telling me I don't need the dice, and I do. I definitely do.
I didn't say that.
You
No,
hear a
it's not.
stream sort of bubbling nearby as well. As you
Okay.
look, you see a stream.
Okay.
See some splashes of water every now and then just coming from the thick forest of green foliage.
Hearing the sound of water, I look back at the horses. Do they look thirsty?
Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna drink some water anyway, just to taste it.
Maybe don't do that.
No magic water, Grunk magic.
Yeah, but what if we need it for these people?
It's just a stream. One
No.
handful of water, one hope.
You see a strange little purple, what looks like a tadpole, flip out of the water, sparkles behind it, and disappears under the surface.
Oh, cute.
As you look up, you see every now and then a splash, and you see them just appear and disappear under the surface.
Hello, little fishy things.
Okay, that's going on well.
Let's go to the singing and where.
Never seen it.
You know where we're going, Luna.
Before.
And I look around for different animals and things while I'm following this direction, just kind of like marveling at and like really comprehending any kind of flowers and like leaves and things that I see.
Yeah. It's just all nature here. It feels much more right to you than anywhere you've been for a long time.
This feels really nice.
Could we stop for a little bit?
Oh, sure. You okay?
I'm gonna take my boots off and my socks off and put them in the bag and just walk barefoot.
Yep.
It's gonna feel great, I assume.
Enjoy.
Maybe, brother.
So you're making your way towards the singing?
Yeah.
So you go down into a bit of a valley and back up the other side where there's some large trees with twisted trunks. And the singing's getting louder and louder. And you walk out into what looks like an empty field. And the singing is coming from there.
I'm gonna be playing my drum as we approach.
Yeah.
Just like this.
You notice a light fluttering on the ground of yellow flowers. And as you look down, it seems like they are what are singing.
Oh,
Oh,
Look at you.
Singing flowers.
Just in harmonies, and you see their petals sway to the music.
I try and mimic it a little bit and sing with them.
Is there a path through them, or are they just flowers everywhere?
Just flowers everywhere.
oh
You
try
can
not
probably
to step
step through
on
them.
Yeah, try not to step on them.
Yeah.
Roll dex checks if you're trying to walk through the field.
After you.
13.
That was an natural 20 with cop.
2.
7.
16.
Well, you two are managed stepping on any of the flowers. You two, on the other hand,
Yeah.
walking through and trying to be careful. Back of your heel catches on you, hear a little squeak.
Luna!
And you look down, and the petals are just crushed on the ground.
Oh, sorry, flower friends.
I imagine
And
what-
craft it back.
It just comes up out of the ground, but it's not singing anymore.
I imagine the horses are just.
No.
Actually,
Oh yeah.
they both seem to have stopped at the edge, and they are skirting around the sides. Which, for the reference, you probably should have done.
I'm about to do that now.
Yeah, no, Kai probably would have stayed with the horse. The horses, he was leading one of them, so if you continue to do that, he hasn't been told otherwise.
So you start walking back out of there. See this little crushed flower that you've brought back. You see its petals start to shake a little bit, and you hear a very quiet voice join in and it starts singing again. And you start skating around the edges.
Yeah.
Sorry, flower friends.
They didn't seem to notice. And you continue walking through this strange forest. The tree trunks are all different hues of greens and purples and browns. Nothing like you've ever seen before, but somehow they seem more familiar than anything you can remember. And you continue to move forward. Following the stream, as it goes down, you see these tiny glowing purple tadpoles shooting up out of the water, disappearing beneath the surface. And you notice as you're walking there's eyes appearing in the dark brush and then disappearing, seeming to watch you.
Hello!
Oh, that's.
Hello.
And I just touch each tree as I kind of go past in my way and just kind of feel it. And if I see any eyes, but hello. Oh.
And as you continue walking forward, there seem to be some strange flowers growing from the canopies, bright purple with green petals. And there's something almost like rain coming down from them.
Hello?
This is a very weird place.
And I get some of the water on there and just look at it.
Yeah, it looks very pure. There's a slight sparkle to it, and it tastes sweet, almost like juice.
It's really nice.
Oh.
Oh, flowers. Are we allowed to drink that?
They don't respond.
Well, I didn't say no. I don't know, guys. It's a bit weird.
I change one of my
I'm gonna
flowers to mimic the one I just saw.
Yep.
My
I'm gonna ritual cast the snowman because I think the air is probably even more magical.
Aww.
Copper, Kai, are you partaking?
In.
Filling the water.
No, Kai sees no need to.
Drink the water, weird boy. It tastes really
He's also
sweet.
in a very weird place, so he's not going to.
So you start casting Snowman, and you see somehow, instead of snow, plants seem to be reaching up and bending to your will, and this small creature made out of branches and leaves appears next to you.
Oh, hello. I tried to make a snowman, but I made a tree man. Put my hand down so he can climb up me if he wants.
Yep.
I'm gonna try it too.
Climbs up and sort of latches onto your arm.
How big is it?
It's probably about a foot tall.
I'll put
I'm
it
Grunk.
onto my shoulder. You can sit up here, tree man.
You feel the vines sort of wrap around the top of your head and dig into your hair a little bit.
Does flower react at all?
You feel it sort of twisting and turning, almost like it's looking around. Much more active than you felt it for a long time.
Do you want to say hello? Good.
You feel it sort of tugging on your hair a little bit.
And I pull Twiggy out.
Oh, you have tree friend too?
And I hold it out because I think Twiggy wants to say hello.
This is the first time that Grunk's seen.
No,
Yeah.
tree friend. Tree friend. She's a small tree friend.
I will step a few
You
steps
see
back.
Twiggy sort of squashed down a little bit, then with a little pop, it pops up over your hand and its petals start spinning like a propeller. And it glides down to land on the other side of your head.
That's a really cool trick.
And then it starts sort of, you see the vines warping and climbing, and it goes over and you see one of the vines go on top of this other little creature and it starts tapping on it. And it just sort of nestles down and sits there.
Aww. Yeah, that's Twiggy.
You guys are cute.
So you see Grunk and Luna laughing, having a great time, and then they just fall over, sleep on the ground.
Well,
I knew it!
Yeah.
I bloody knew it!
This is why you don't do strange. This is why you don't do things
Flower
in
juice.
strange places.
Magical sleep.
Somehow it's still working.
Twiggy and the other thing asleep as well? Or
Just sitting on my head.
so they're just alive? Twiggy, what the heck?
You see this little flower turn and look at you, and two little petals come up.
What? No, your job's to look after her.
I'm gonna just bend
You go
down
off her and she falls
make
asleep.
Make sure they're okay. And
They are asleep with a look of pure serenity on their faces.
well, on the bright side, it looks like they're peaceful.
You hear a strange sort of echoing warbling in the background, echoes through the valley, disappears.
Well,
Well, looks like we
how's
have to wait
Eveline
here.
doing?
She's been following the whole way, but she's looking around very confused. Roll insight.
Natural 20.
Obviously, her memory's being affected.
Would that trigger a response in me to think, am I happening as well, being that he's paranoid?
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
Make a wisdom save.
wisdom save. 7.
So you're aware of it, and you're trying to push back on it, and it just clouds as you try and fight it.
Still aware though?
You're aware.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good. Koppo, how are you feeling?
Well, I'm pretty glad we didn't drink the juice water thing.
Yeah, same. Do you remember how we got here?
Well, I turned right and Grunk said no, and then we walked forward, and then I came out of my body and I got to see what my friend looked like, and now we're here.
Do you know why we're here?
What
we're doing
remember,
here.
I was very, very,
We're
very
going
scared.
home.
Oh, we're going home, I guess.
You see this shadowy, flickering figure just kind of look at the ground.
Hey, come back here. I'm gonna hold his hand, pull him back.
Don't
Don't go walking off by yourself. You've seen what's happened.
Could I piece together that now I know where I am at least?
Roll a insight.
Okay, insight. Yeah, 8.
You're not sure. It's somewhere strange.
Somewhere
or is
strange.
it? Maybe it's always like this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is very
You
confusing.
hear a strange chirping sound coming from around you, and all of a sudden you just see hundreds of tiny white rabbits darting through.
Oh, hello, bunnies.
They glow, and as they hit the ground and bounce off, you see little glowing paw prints left for a few seconds behind.
Oh God.
I'm gonna bend down and try to wake Luna up.
Luna is in the middle of dreaming about these strange white rabbits. And as you go to wake her up, you see a light dusting of white fur crossing her skin.
Oh, that's not good. I'm gonna try a bit more urgently to wake her up.
Yep, so how do you do it?
the way any soldier would know how to, which would be to just, essentially just like shoulders shake, light slaps, and when all else fails, pick them up to about 2 feet and drop them.
Yep. So your shaking just doesn't come to. You pick Luna up off the ground.
Yeah.
And you drop her.
Onto her side. Yeah.
And
She hits.
with a 23 to hit, I strike you with the quarterstaff.
I mean, yeah, that hits.
You get what for the quarter stuff. You see Luna hit the ground, and just an explosion of white fur, and she just disappears.
Oh.
A rabbit bounces off into the brush.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep hitting you until you tell me what the fuck you just did.
Can I stop him from hitting me, grapple him?
Well, you'd probably take the hit at least the first time.
Oh yeah, I'm happy. I'll take the hit. I got no issues. I just want to grapple and stop
11 points of damage.
and explain it right.
Oh god.
I'm just going to start explaining what I did. It's like I was just.
What the hell did you do? She's not a rabbit! You want a rabbit!
I was trying to wake her up.
You just get these wizard powers and you go abusing and throwing people on the floor!
No, I was just trying to wake her up, and I don't look. We're in a weird place. I don't know why we're here. I don't know what we're doing here. I don't know how we got here. All I know, it's weird. It's affecting our memory, and I'm scared.
Get Luna back now!
I don't know how to do that. Let's try wake up Grunk. Maybe he might know.
I don't know, let's throw him into the ground and turn him into a rabbit. That seemed to work last time!
Well, look, the theory is if you drop someone, their instincts kick in, they say that they're falling, they wake up and stop themselves.
So-
It works, that's what we do
So
if someone
Luna's
needs to wake
instinct
up
is to be a
immediately.
rabbit.
To be fair, she has fey blood. I don't know, and she's a druid. I don't entirely know what is happening.
I'm gonna take a handful of the purple juice thing and throw it at Kai's face.
Dodge.
Give it a splash on it.
Just to ensure none of it goes in the mouth.
If you go to sleep, I'm gonna drop you from a height, see how you like it.
Sure.
In your dream, you dream of just darting around with all these tiny white rabbits through all these curling branches and roots. As you hit the ground, you look at your front paws and you see these little glowing sparks left behind. And you're following a series of other glowing sparks ahead of you.
I start just making a circle.
And you come to a clearing, and the canopy finally clears, and you look up and you see a giant moon hanging in the sky. Now everything just starts going a bit dark. And you drift off again.
And I fall asleep, sorry?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Kai, which rabbit was her?
I don't know, I was busy being hit by a quarterstaff.
Well, if you can't find which one, you'll get hit again. Which one is her?
I don't know. I'm just going to turn to Grunk and do the same thing.
You start whomping Grunk around the face and drop him to the
Hit him a
ground.
little bit harder. He can take a bit more of a hit.
Yeah, you sort of struggle to get him up and drop him, and as you hit, he just starts giggling a little bit under his breath and rolling around on the ground.
Well, we're going to say, I think we should just set up camp until they wake up. Evelyn, do you have any say in this matter?
In what? Who are you
How-
people?
How would you like to sit down and eat some food?
I'm not hungry.
Okay, how about,
Evelyn, you haven't eaten for like 2 days.
I don't need to anymore.
Why not?
Here.
Evelyn, who are you?
I'm Evelyn.
Who are you, though?
I'm Evelyn.
Yes, correct. And this is Grunk. And that over there was Luna, but now it's a patch of grass that was previously inhabited by a rabbit. And that's Kai.
Where
And
are we?
Where is
See,
well,
I'm
that's a good
not
question.
sure. I've heard of places like this, but I'm not sure. Our memory is being affected.
I can tell.
You can't remember much, can you?
No.
Neither can I. But I've heard of things like this. Let's just stay in this area, just sit down, rest here.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
I'm gonna just tend to the horses, do the rounds, make sure everyone's seated and comfortable.
Yeah, as you're sort of doing the rounds, you see her sort of walk off backwards a little bit, looking at the large flowers.
I go and grab her and pull her back.
Don't walk on the flowers.
Evelyn, we're going to stay in this spot.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
Mm.
And she sort of sits down next to a tree.
Koppo, can you stop her from moving if she does?
Well, yeah. Do I have to pick her up and throw her at the floor?
No, just make her sit down again. It's fine.
Evelyn, stay here. I'm going to find out which rabbit is Luna. I'm going to walk around to any rabbit.
Don't walk far. In fact, please stay in sight of us.
Rabbits.
Yeah, look.
I remember rabbits.
Yeah, it was like 5 seconds ago.
I used to chase them. As she's saying this, you see fur starting to spread out of her body. Strange purple fur.
Oh, would you... what?
And she stops and it just recedes back into her.
Evelyn, you were going purple.
Who are you?
What? Hi, my name's Koppodrazi. This is Chimera. That's Grunk. We have
Where
a
am
name.
I?
What? We don't know. How many times am I going to do this?
How many times?
I speak with the glowing outline silhouette entity and say, do you remember things? Is your memory being affected as well?
I can feel the pull.
The pull?
I'm being torn apart.
Torn apart? What do you mean?
I can feel myself being torn apart.
Well, that's not good.
I'm going to take his hand and say, I know this feeling, and I'm sorry. If there's anything I can do to help.
Take me home.
I don't know where home is right now.
Stare silently at the ground. Sees the shadow flickering and static.
Is home in me? Do you need to go back? Can we do that? I don't know.
We need to go home together.
We will. We will.
Stares at the ground and goes silent again.
I'm gonna sit down, take everything out of my pack, line it up. Even the book, I'll flick through, and when it comes up to the map, I'll put that down as well. And I'm just gonna start going over everything and thinking. Basically, I'm just trying to
Was the book
remind
magical?
myself of the book was. You said only everything metal disappeared, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Anything natural or magical stayed.
Yeah. So basically, the only things that would have disappeared would be when you say metal, do you mean iron? Or
Pretty much anything metal.
so silver.
Silver didn't.
So that would explain it why this is still here.
Anything steel, iron,
Yeah.
brass, anything like that. Copper.
Cold iron. Yep.
Does that
Okay.
mean my ring mail is magic?
Sorry?
Does that mean my ring mail is magic?
Might be.
Uh,
Have asked the nice man that gave it to you.
Spoilers theory.
No, I'm just dreaming about it.
Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm just trying
Dreaming
to
some questions.
form a physical link with memories and shit like that.
Roll a wisdom check.
No worries. 9.
Yeah, you've got all these things like out in front of you, strange sounds happening around you, getting distracted, and you just can't piece it together.
Mm-hmm.
Luna wakes up in the middle of a clearing, feeling very well rested, looking up and seeing a bright white moon hanging above you, before realization hits that there's a moon above you.
There is a moon above me?
Yes.
How, like, in the sky, far or close?
In the sky.
In the sky.
But it's large in the sky.
Imagine the sky is like right in front
So
of
when
me.
you're saying hanging in front, it's just like right.
Definitely bigger than you've ever seen before.
Oh, you're back.
You feel something brush against your leg and look down. You see these tiny white rabbits jumping around you, nestling into you.
Oh, we brought it back.
You look around and realise you're alone.
Where is everyone?
Roll a wisdom save.
Rude. I don't want to. I want to stay here. Yeah, so wisdom saving throw, so 23.
Bad news, you remember your friends.
Okay. Do you know where my friends are? I talk to the bunnies.
They sort of hop around.
Can you take me to them? I wanna show them the moon.
Yes.
Okay.
As what looks like almost a pack, they all sort of turn around and start darting back into the bush.
And I'm just watching the moon while kind of like.
And you sort of disappear in, and the moon sort of just fades behind the tree line.
Stop.
Slowly comes back into view.
Right, I'll be back.
The moon says, okay.
I'm imagining the Mighty Bush moon at this point.
So you're sitting there, you're still fast asleep. After a little while passes, you just see this flurry of rabbits just appear and start darting back through.
There's so many lunas. Which one?
So they sort of hop over and into brush and around trees and roots. And then shortly after, you see Luna coming back with a beaming smile, staring at these little rabbits through the brush.
Luna! Oh!
I found the moon. We got the moon back.
What? Well, we got you back. What?
Yeah, I got the moon back.
What? Grunk's asleep.
Oh, Grunk.
Oh, also, can you help Kai? I hit him with a stick.
Would you say we'd have a short rest by this point?
Short rest, yes.
Sure, I'll roll a hit die instead.
I thought I killed him.
Oh, how come?
Because he killed you. He turned you into a rabbit.
You hit him pretty hard and you were surprised by how little it seemed to hurt him.
Well, I thought I killed him.
Oh,
Basically just hit me and I just grabbed you.
Hand on top of the head.
Good.
I turned into a bunny and I followed them and then I found the moon. Come on, guys. Do you want to Grunk? I'll show you.
Moon.
Everyone roll a wisdom save for me.
Always been there. 6. Damn it.
That includes me.
16.
I need to get to level 9. I get indomitable. Get reroll saves.
You can't for the life of you remember why you're telling people about the moon. You're pretty excited about it.
All right. Luna, let's go see the moon then. But first we have to get Grunk and Twiggy back on you because
Wait.
sucked at protecting you, Twiggy. And we have a new bush little friend thing that's coming too, I guess. We're going to the moon, yeah?
Okay.
Well, you know where it is. You came running from over there. You said, I'm going to show you the moon. It's over here. And I thought you were dead and you weren't. And now we're going to go see the moon.
Okay, let's go to see the moon.
Luna,
You lead the way.
where were you? Where'd you come from?
I'm right here.
Luna, this place, wherever we are, wherever we are, it does weird things with memory. Can you remember why we're here? Because I, for the life of me, cannot.
Roll a wisdom.
Yeah, 17 plus stuff.
You start focusing and you can feel this haze in your mind. But you feel something else inside it. And it just starts pushing it all back and you remember everything.
Oh, well, we're here to help the people and find the moon. Yeah, I remember now. Oh man.
You also have
Where is
strange
it?
memories that seem like there must be someone else's that are starting to creep into your mind. Memories of chasing these little white rabbits that glow. Memories of taking this juice and tricking people by making them drink it. But not your memories.
I'm getting someone else's memories, I think.
Right, Luna, I'm gonna just go grab anything plain like that I can find. Actually, no, I'm gonna go into Simon's pack and pull out some blank pages and some physical everything. Right, Luna. Tell me. You said you remember everything. Tell me everything.
Okay. So we're here to help the people come back, and I saw the moon and there were some rabbits, but then I was tricking someone to drinking the things, but that's not me. I wasn't tricking them to drink things.
Wait, so you were doing things but not doing them?
Yeah. And I look around for anyone watching or any eyes.
You do see some flickering eyes that have been sort of ever present since you come here, appear and then disappear in the shadows.
Look, just keep going. Tell me how we got here, what we're doing.
Okay.
You hear a high-pitched buzz as well.
Just tell me everything.
Okay. And now I'm getting a buzzing sound.
And you can hear it too.
I'm going to lean
And it
down.
sounds like this.
I can hear it. I'm gonna just put it down because it's wet. Put the things down. Just
I'm going to reach over to Grunk and give him a little scratch under the beard. Just a little chin scratch to try to wake him up.
Gotta get the Grunk awake. Didn't know how to do that.
I'm gonna just look around. Is there seemingly any source of this buzzing, or?
It's coming from somewhere in the upper areas of these tall trees. Roll a insight for me.
21.
Yeah, you know all you have to do is those red berries over there.
Oh.
You need to get them and make Grunk eat them. He'll come back.
Oh, so, and then we get to the part where Grunk's fallen asleep, and now we're trying to fix him, and, that should do it. Yeah.
They're surprisingly close to these purple flowers. Anyone with a history in nature knows that this is probably an ecosystem of itself.
Right, because it's smart. And put it in there
Are we tickling Grunk's feet?
as he's tickling your feet.
You wake up from a wonderful dream about Evelyn.
There's a reason I put him on his side away from him.
Oh look, Grunk, you dug a hole. It's a big hole.
I'm impressed, man. I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna grab a bunch of those berries and just like how many are there?
Oh, well, you'd be able to pick quite a few of them. Like
Yeah, I'll grab 6.
a lot. Yeah. You'd be able to get a lot more than that. They're fairly small.
I'll grab 10.
What's happening?
A small pouch.
You fell asleep and Kai turned Luna into a rabbit and now she knows where the moon is.
We're gonna go see the moon. So quick, we gotta bring the people.
Okay.
I mean, that might not really help.
Okay. Which way?
And you already seem to be pointing the right direction.
Are the rabbits kind of around?
Yeah, you see a few still darting around. You see a couple of them under some big leaves just looking up at you. Big eyes.
Luna gonna try and go into a bunny.
Is Evelyn still covered?
Yep.
No, she changed.
Yeah? I'm gonna try and turn to. Oh, no, actually. Oh, wait. Okay, this way.
Luna, while you were away, Evelyn turned purple and furry for a little bit.
As you were thinking about turning to the rabbit, you just felt your heart beat a little bit faster in your chest. Just exhilarated.
Oh, was she trying to turn to a rabbit?
I don't know, she kind of went purple and then she didn't.
I want to look into her eyes.
Who are you?
I'm Luna. Are you
Where
okay?
are we?
Alright, I want you to remember. Okay, so we came here to find the moon and help these people, and I think you're...
Where is here?
Good question. Something about a veil and Moonwell.
Moonwell. Veil. Her eyes suddenly clear. She's like, I'm here.
Yeah,
We made it.
yeah. It's so beautiful. And quick, we're gonna go study the moon.
We need to get to the courts.
Huh?
I need to get to the Sealy Court.
Oh, well, the moon's right over here. We're going to the moon.
The moon doesn't matter. That's
What?
The moon does matter.
That's not your moon.
Sorry, the Sealy Court.
Yes.
I'll reach down and extend my hand to help her stand up again.
She stands up, takes it. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I forgot for a while.
That's okay, we all kind of forgot some stuff for a bit.
Probably not forget.
You were asleep.
Ah, I forgot. I still have 2 twig things on my head.
Ah, yes.
Cool.
They're just tussling.
Come on, let's take the horses and where's the sealed court thing? What's that?
I don't know.
The moon.
It's not your moon.
What do you mean?
It's the moon of this plane, not yours.
Grab the.
But can we at least go look at it because I miss it?
Or maybe that's where it disappeared to, and we just could take it back.
I don't think so.
No, let's not steal the moon. Alright.
Well, it could be our moon.
Yeah, but someone stole ours and that was bad. If we steal theirs, they'll be like, hey,
Evelyn,
that's
you
bad.
seem to remember a lot. Can you tell me explicitly and exactly where we are, what we're doing, and everything? Because I can't remember.
I wish I could. I just know this is where I knew I needed to go. I've heard stories of the Sealy Court.
Okay, what are we doing?
I don't know what you're doing. I need to get there.
Why do you
Right.
need to get there?
Okay, do you know why?
Yes.
Why?
I'd rather not say. I know how you feel about lies.
Well then don't lie, just tell the truth.
I need to stop my sister,
Who's your sister?
Eliza.
Oh.
Oh my god!
Well,
Oh.
okay. Is she here?
Stop her doing
Not
what?
yet. She's only ever talked about being the queen of the Sealy Court. She's
Okay.
harvesting the blood of the Fae.
Well, not these ones.
Yes.
Anymore, I guess.
She has many more.
We're gonna need more horses.
And she turned me into this. But I feel like I can control it here.
What do you mean this? What do you mean?
She looks at you and gives you sort of a sad smile, and the memory pops back into your head of her apologising and telling you how sorry she is, but if she doesn't, she will die. And you just remember lifting your arm up and she bit into it, and you see tiny marks on your arm.
What are you looking at, Lem?
She bit me.
You what?
You hear from the side of you, I knew I didn't like her.
And take the staff and just push her up against the tree with the staff against her throat. You did what? Why?
It was that or die.
You should have chosen die.
I put my hand on Coppo's shoulders. Coppo, just let me speak.
Why is everyone trying to kill Luna when we're here?
Relax, weird boy.
Well, clearly she's not dead.
I've never killed anyone and do not intend to.
Right inside that.
Go for it.
That's a 2.
Yeah, she
That's
probably
a
wants to
7.
kill everyone.
That's a 7. I don't think I trust you anymore. How do I know you're not Eliza? How do I know you want to stop her and not help her?
I suppose you can't.
Evelyn,
Yes.
what are you?
I'm a daughter of Darrison, in a life of servitude all my life under my sister.
Evelyn, I am a human.
I don't think that's what his question
What?
is.
Why do you bite people?
I was a human.
You said you were turned into human.
No,
Turned into something.
I was turned into a vampire, isn't it obvious?
Well, I wanted to be sure.
It wasn't obvious until you said the word.
I didn't have a choice in it.
Bad.
I know.
He'll ease off on the staff and move back right shoulder to shoulder with Luna.
She sort of falls forward a bit.
Well then, how you said you don't want to kill anyone.
No.
Is there any possible way that you can prove that?
Yes. You might not like it.
Well, at this point, I think everyone wants a reason to trust you.
Okay. Her eyes glow bright red. Everyone, expose your necks to me, and you're all compelled. You drop your hands and turn your heads to the side. Her eyes flash back to green. If I wanted to, I could.
Well,
Now I don't like that dream I had.
Or maybe a little bit more.
be a charm person, be a charm person.
If I may, the entity's probably looking at her and said, "Did you just look into my head? Because if you did, then you'd know too. If I wanted to, I could.
I
Understand that."
I know. Maybe
I
you
don't
should
have
tell
a
the
neck.
boy who he is.
My Harvey didn't believe me. And he was like 1, so he might not remember it. But I did tell him, so don't try and pull that one on me.
No. But I know there's a reason you haven't tried again since.
Do I hear that, or is that in your dead
Yeah, I
end?
mean, it's a physical being standing next to Koppo now.
Oh, right, sorry, I keep forgetting. What do you mean what Koppo is?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yes. What do you mean?
Not the time. Let's press on.
Imagine that.
I'm about to start swinging.
Well,
All talking riddles and magic and rabbits.
Well, how do you propose to stop your
Oh,
sister
talking
if
rabbits.
that is to be believed?
I'll warn the Queen. She doesn't know.
Well, where is she?
In the Silly Court.
Where is that?
I have no idea.
Alright.
I've only read books and heard of it and heard of what my sister planned.
Books.
well then,
Books.
we need a plan. Here,
Okay,
I'll pull out. I'll pull out the book, like Sandal's notes and everything, and just say,
You wait here. Guys, come with me. I'm gonna do a group huddle.
The entity's just going to stay there staring at it while we go.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna bring everyone my way and just like lead everyone in. And, like keep her in eye view, but a way where we can like talk. But
You can see that she's having her own little group huddle with the entity.
like that. I can't get a sense on her. I don't like her lies. She bit me and then made me forget.
Luna, are you a vampire now?
I don't know.
all I can say is she has got the most information on where we are. She might be our best source at getting something. I've got my mind is foggy. I can't focus on what we want to do, what I want to do, I can't focus on any of that.
We have books. We have books, right? We have lots of books. Now, storybooks are fantasy books, right?
Yeah.
And the Fae is like a weird fantasy, weird place of weird stuff.
From what I've read,
What if
yes.
that's where the stories come from?
Did
Maybe-
you read any stories about the silly court?
I read like a billion stories, but maybe we've got a book that tells us where the court is.
I've heard that.
Heard what?
Just in stories and stuff.
The
passed
silly
around.
court.
Yeah, I mean, you've heard stories of it.
Yeah.
How much
Yeah.
fiction, how much is based on fact?
Yeah.
You said anything that's magical is here, and anything that's not isn't.
Yes.
I'm gonna have a look in my bag and see what books remain. What do I think?
All the books are there still.
Oh,
Alright.
even the boring dragon book. All of this is magic. Right. Okay, Grunk, you don't know how to read, but Clyde, read this one. Luna, read this
A
one.
little bit now.
Cover, I think this is a really good idea, but I think that if Eliza is coming, that we need to act quickly. Now we need to know whether we can trust her and take her with us, or if we leave her here.
We can take
And
her
we
with us
do
if we
it.
don't trust her. We just have to, keep an eye on her. I've kept an eye on that thing for 17 years, and now I trust it.
Look, I've currently, yes, there are doubts, but I have no reason to believe that she wants us dead. And hell, if we want to get out of here, I guess I think we should use every available resource we have to do so. And I think that she knows more than us, and that means we can learn and progress from there.
She might
Pick
just
up on
want to
the
eat us
huddle,
later.
look at her and glare and come back down.
So while they're talking, I'm just thumbing through the storybook, the one that Sandal gave me, and just seeing if anything stands out to me.
No, nothing seems to be anything to do with it. It's all based on the material plane.
Grunk, should we take her with us?
I think if we all going same place, it's not really a choice. She's just gonna go there too. But she know where Silly Court is, and we don't know where Silly Court is. So
Well, she said she didn't know where it was. She just knows that that's where Eliza wants to go and she wants to stop her. But then again, like, I don't understand. If she wants to stop Eliza, why didn't she stop her before when they were selling everyone?
Eliza probably more powerful.
Roll insight
I think as well, Luna.
with advantage actually for you.
Sometimes when you really want to stop someone, you might not be powerful enough to do it
That's
straight
okay.
away.
You remember what it's like to be a slave.
Eliza was ruler and Evan was under her, so she don't want to be servant no more.
And when you can escape, you do. And when you can stop them, you do.
Alright.
I say, if anything, we use her. Well, personally, I like to think, make friends, more allies means better chance of survival.
And Cobbo, what do you think it means when you're something?
What do you mean?
He said he told you something, that you're someone?
Oh, he talks so much shit. I don't know what's real. He's telling me all sorts of stuff that happened in ancient times gone by, and I'm like, yeah, whatever. But, some of it probably happened, but I don't know.
What do you think, stick friends?
They do not respond.
Hmm.
Alright.
Point.
I'm going to leave the huddle.
Let's
Get back
try
towards
and
her.
see if we can find, but I want to keep a close eye on her.
Why do you won't come with us?
Oh, you got me here. I'm happy to go my way now.
Evelyn, I think that in the interest of all parties here, we work together is probably our best bet, because you seem to know more than us.
And you also got lost sitting down.
I do remember that now. A little embarrassing.
Well, some of us can't remember, so...
The entity steps back in next to you and whispers in your ear, I hate her,
Well, I don't particularly like her either, so
but it's for the best.
I agree. I'll take his hand again.
Evelyn, perhaps if we look through all the resources we have together, we can maybe work something out and work together.
Did Eliza take Moon away?
No,
I'm.
But- she may be involved. I don't know.
I'm gonna go check the fey bodies and see if there's any recent bite marks on the fey creatures. Investigation would be
Medicine, probably, if you're checking
medicine.
the bodies.
13.
Yeah, so you look over the bodies, there's no...
No
Science
fresh
is fine.
ones.
And as you do, you get a flashback. The memory starts fully filling in, and you remember her asking you first.
Did I willingly say yes or was suggested?
You said yes, and then she said that she would take your memory away so you didn't have to lie to your friends.
What's wrong, Looming?
Meanwhile...
Well, good news is that, well, these guys haven't been hurt recently by it, so. Let's go.
Alright, well, look. We kind of just have to play eeny, meeny, miny, moe here. Which direction do we go?
That's what we're trying to work out.
Sit down with the bunnies. Do you know where the silly cord is?
They turn and start hopping off into the brush.
That way?
Alright, horses, let's get the things.
Let's
And
go.
don't drink the flowers.
The moon well's on the way. We should stop there.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay.
Why are we going to there again?
To the moonwell.
To help the guys.
To help the
Yeah. Here's your cue cards.
Pull the cue cards out of my the entire time we're going through the book, I'm just trying to pierce the fog. That's the only thing I'm focusing on mostly.
So you start following these little white rabbits as they bound through the underbrush. And you find yourself falling to pace behind them. Everyone else does the same. And you see them dart off one way, and you start going another way, but you meet back up with them. And it feels like your feet are just taking you by themselves without you having to think about it too much. And you go through some areas, and you feel like if you'd not gone through that right area, something bad might have happened. You see plants with giant teeth just waiting. You see strange substances that seem to be traps.
Oh my gosh,
And you hear that flickering again, that sound coming from behind the trees.
Are there any branches on the ground? Like,
Yeah, lots of dead brush.
I'm
and
going to
branches.
grab one that looks particularly pointy at the end as an improvised spear.
Yep. Wouldn't be too hard to do.
Oh, Kai,
Mm-hmm.
do you want this? Just don't put it in the ground.
No, I'll be alright with this. You hold on to that one.
Okay. Alright. Just in
You,
case. I mean, you're better with it, that's all.
I feel like you can use it more than I can anyway. I couldn't lift it out of the track. Couldn't lift it out of the boat.
Just don't put it on the ground. It's like a tree.
I'll rent the thing and just hold my hand out.
Just dump it on the ground, otherwise you won't be able to lift it.
No,
Unless
just
you're super strong like me.
Just as stuff.
just the stuff, yeah. If I put it on the ground, you can take it up. You can lift it, right?
Yeah, I'll pick it up, but
I put it on the ground.
It just doesn't root while you're holding it.
Oh, that's good.
Okay.
Good news.
Come on, guys.
Okay, I'll put the spear down, I guess, and carry the stuff.
I've got my crossbow, and I've even got a bolt in it this time.
Maybe this
Not
time
if
we
the
just
head is
don't
metal.
get out any weapons and look threatening in this forest. There's
Right.
a lot of things around. Don't want to give them the wrong idea.
I'm wearing my fancy doublet. I don't look threatening at all. I'm fancy as anything.
So you eventually come out of the thickest part of the forest. The moon bursting into the sky as you come out. It's almost like daylight with how bright it is, such a large moon. Roll insight.
That moon's so much bigger than us.
I missed you, Mooney.
Roll dice on the very good the dice tray. That is a 19.
The strange thing is, you remember it being in that exact same spot. It hasn't seemed to have moved at all.
Looks like we found it anyways. See, guys, I said we found, well, a moon.
Oh, big.
And as you step out, the moon's hanging in the sky. You look down, and the valley just rushes down, lots of green trees, and you just feel this ping, and you see this slight glow at the base of the valley, and it is the valley you've seen in your vision.
And I did too, didn't I?
Yes.
That's the place. That's quick, come on, horsies. And I start leading the horsies down there with the bodies.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, oh my
Do I
gosh.
remember anything about the moon well?
Yes.
It's
As you
awesome.
consult your notes.
Yes. Good.
Yeah, cue card.
We're
Move on,
finally
keep
here.
it. Got it.
Go,
You
go,
didn't
go, go.
explain much, and I couldn't write a lot down.
And I
You
get
spent
there
a lot of time
really
doing
super
that.
quick.
Yep. And you get to the edge of this thing that opens up into a clearing, and there is a stone well there with vines wrapped around it, moss growing off of it, and a glowing purple water bubbling up inside of it.
And I'll Grunk. Sorry, go. Oh, yeah, Grunk, to help the bodies down. Let's sit them down here and.
You want throw in?
No, maybe we'll just try and sit them down in the well, like next to the well, and see if
Okay.
they can drink it.
By the way, like on the way down, was just pull Copper back a little bit and say, "Hey, Copper,
Yes.
keep an eye on me for a sec, for just a while."
Keep an eye on you. All right.
Yep, no worries. I'm gonna take one of the berries and just eat it.
Yep.
Just to see what happens.
Nothing.
You
Cool.
wake up.
It's all a dream.
I'm just gonna have a whack. Staring at you.
You wake up in Candlekeep, there's a strange small boy pulling in robes. Mr. Kai, Mr. Kai!
I'm out of the matrix now, guys.
Yeah.
I was about to say.
So, fairly easily
Must
pull them
sit
down, sit them by the well.
I look around. Is there any kind of like shell or something that I can scoop some water up in?
You'd probably find some large leaves on the trees around.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll grab a leaf and I'll.
You notice Evelyn's looking a little bit uncomfortable, she's got her arms folded, standing back a little bit.
Watch as I'm grabbing another head and just dunk it a little bit. Dunk.
I'm gonna take the people off. I'm gonna take the people off the horses.
He said dunk, not
Oh, we
dunk.
Yeah, we did that.
we just take it off. And then I'll slowly feed it into their mouth and see if there's any change.
Yep, so you feed it to the mouth, nothing seems to change. But the bald heads, you see hair starting to manifest, and
What about the one that dunked? Hair everywhere like Teen Wolf.
yeah, so not everywhere.
Oh, so the
But the
moonwalk
ones
just,
you did, if you did pick someone up and dunk them, they start looking much better.
so the moonwalk just gives them beards. Yep.
No, their faces are very clean shaven, but they're spraying very long golden hair.
Yeah.
When I say golden, like golden, not blonde, it's shining in the moonlight.
Oh, you look better! Then we're gonna pick him up and dunk the rest of his body in.
Roll a dex check.
Oh, not Dex.
I'm going to rush over and help him.
Oh,
One, but not a natural one.
Yeah. You see the body just disappear beneath where it's Grunk.
Jesus!
Whale's trying to reach in.
I'm gonna try
I'll
and reach
dive
in
in.
and help.
Yeah, I'm gonna dive in.
how big is the well?
I'm a
It's still going down.
Is there gonna be two of
I've
us?
dived in. Like, as soon as I see Grunk seeing the boss, I just dive straight in.
I don't dive, but I go reach in.
Yep, so you dive into the well.
No, there's only gonna be room for one, so Kai can go.
Oh, I was gonna say either one.
Well, you better choose.
All right.
I mean, I was going
Go on
to
in.
immediately do it, and I'm a bigger, stronger person, so. What are we rolling here?
Initiative, I guess, so who gets in first.
9. Oh, plus 2 then, so 11.
9 plus 4, so
Go for it.
13.
Go for it.
So it just sort of bumps you the other way a bit, comes in. You take 4 force damage as you
Yep.
hit something solid, and you feel
Yep.
scrambling, and you sort of come back up out of the well, and you see someone burst through, gasping for breath, and their skin is just completely healed.
And I reach out. Here, I'll help you.
Yeah, I'll help them out as I
I'll
can.
pull Kai out. And
Long hair goes down to his waist.
Can you help me with these friends?
It works! Dunk this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna hold the other one's hand so he doesn't go all the way
Yeah.
down this time.
Straight in.
He looks very confused. We're back.
Mm-hmm.
We're back.
Come on, buddy, get out of the well. We got more bodies to put in.
He's sort of, you've pulled him out.
Okay.
And he's staying looking around.
Yeah. Next one's in.
On my way out of the well, I grab a mouthful and just drink it.
Oh, now you drink it.
Yes, I do.
So you, all three of them come
Everyone,
out,
yeah.
and they all look fully restored other than in tattered clothes.
Yeah, we did it!
I feel... I look a mess. Who left me like
Oh,
this?
Simon can.
Oh, that'd probably be the vampires.
Vampire? Oh, I remember now. Hateful things.
I look back at Evelyn.
Alan, you jump in.
He pulls his hair forward and starts fanning it out in his hand, looking at it, holding it up. Where are my clothes?
I don't have your clothes, but you can have these, and I'll give him the clothes I wore before the doublet.
I'd rather be naked.
Well, get a load of you then, because that's what you are. Don't be a jerk. Take the clothes.
It will do for now.
Would you like this? Just the robe.
The robe you're wearing?
Yeah, would you like this? I assume I'm still wearing my leather unders.
Well, different.
Different?
You used to look much older. Like,
I look
yes.
into the moonwell.
You look like you.
No, I've always been this.
Strange.
I mean, I might be. I don't know. I don't remember a lot ever since I came here. It's kind of foggy.
We kind of need a little bit of help if that's okay. Like if you're feeling okay, but we're trying to find the Sealy Court.
Oh, God, yes. Get me back somewhere with real clothes.
Okay.
That's just getting more and more offensive. I'm going to pick up my clothes and put them back in my bag.
Well, maybe if you had a fashion sense, it wouldn't be a problem.
Excuse me! And I point at my doublets.
He looks at his. It's okay.
You're not.
Begrudgingly.
Look at you, naked man.
I'm gonna dunk
Look,
my
we
head in the
just
moonwell.
came here and helped you. Just try and be nice. Koppo's trying to be nice.
Yeah, I knocked you out like twice to stop you from screaming. You were like coughing up blood while you were screaming and stuff.
She.
Oh, that's Evelyn.
Here to warn.
She is Evelyn.
And that's all I'm going to say on
What are you doing here, vampire? Evelyn seems to ignore him, still looking quite upset. She walks forward and around all of you, and she just climbs into the well and just disappears underneath it.
I shouldn't have trusted her.
I'm just dunking my head in. Just to try and look. Just.
Yep.
Can I see anything?
I'm like
You see Evelyn just below the surface.
suddenly just kind of reaching for my bow to see what happens, but like trying to be a bit, you know, because I'm being like, oh, she tricked me.
I'm gonna just put my hand on your shoulder.
Can I try and pull her out?
Yeah. Strength check. You do notice that the three standing around the well
18.
looking surprised. They're quite startled by this turn of events.
She's.
They don't seem to be trying to stop it though.
18 from Grunk.
18.
Yep, so you pull her out, drag her over the edge.
You fixed now? No vampire no more?
I'm so hungry.
Oh,
For
cracker
what?
fruit.
She
Right.
grabs it and just starts eating it ravenously.
Yes! We fixed her! I give her a big cuddle.
They turn to each other. She let go of her gift. Strange.
I wouldn't call it a gift.
I'm going to pull the sleeves up on my shirt and reveal like a very scaly arm and just extend it to you.
How hungry are you?
No,
Oh,
never
thank
again.
God! I really didn't want you to bite me, but I couldn't.
I knew you were good! I'm gonna give her a cuddle.
Suddenly walked to the well and like dipped the arm where the bite was.
Yeah, you pull it up and it's gone. There was never a concern of that.
Oh,
I wouldn't have done it otherwise.
Hey, buddy.
While I'm holding his hand.
Do you think if you go in, you'll stop being an asshole?
Who are you talking to? There's just deafening silence from it. No.
Worth a try, I guess.
Why didn't you try to go
Maybe
in
you
there?
would. And you feel him sort of pulling you towards the well.
I'm going happily smiling at him. Looking at him like,
I'm just saying, because I was an asshole!
You hear a splash next to you. I guess we're assholes together.
and I help him out of the well before me.
You just hear like a bit of a chuckle.
See,
Hey, I'm
you
warming
can
up to you.
see, you can do jokes, you dickhead.
I was a joking asshole.
The three Fae. I'm going to be just sort of. I'm glad you seem to remember everything. Nice to meet you. I'm Kai.
Kai doesn't shake your hand.
I'm
Yes.
Grunk.
Grunk,
We saved you.
thank you.
Now you help us get our moon back.
Your moon.
Yeah, our moon gone. You have nice big moon, but our moon gone.
Oh, that seems like your problem.
Oh, well, your 3 bodies weren't our problem, but we helped.
Oh. And not just looking like this.
You know
Yes,
what?
I think they chained us up in a boat for a while. I forgot from there.
Kind of wish
It was even worse there. We were filthy down there.
I regret everything we've done so far.
I don't,
Luna's alignment changes chaotic evil.
I don't regret punching you in the face.
Alright, well, you know, let's go to Steely Court then so you can be better dressed.
Yes, let's.
Whoa! Hey! Pee noise!
That was a silly
Objective complete.
That's the teleport to the silly
You are starting your quest, finally!
So on the top corner of the screen, a little tick approaches.
Quest completed.
The Microsoft statement.
Everyone roll a d20 for me.
15.
17.
16.
Hey.
That's
Those
a
are good rolls.
14.
Collected.
The 3 of you, with your backgrounds and histories, you get the feeling these are Sealy Fae. And you all remember reading stories about how they're just incredibly vain and arrogant. They're good people, but image is everything to them.
Me or them?
You
Everyone
3.
else.
Grunt doesn't have a history
Okay,
with
right,
any
right.
other realm.
Okay.
Well,
I know they're silly.
As
Dude.
they turn to walk away, I'll get some seed and sprinkle over the head and put some flowers in there.
When I see you doing that, I'm going to shake the stick over their head as well and make leaves fall on them.
To bits.
Are you quite done there?
trying to make you prettier.
I just need a. I don't know what I need.
Simon,
Well, let's get you back, and then we can stop Eliza, lady, from eating your people, and then your people can help us get Moon back, and everyone win.
What do you mean eating out people?
Oh, you were being eaten. That's why we're here.
Eliza
Oh,
was
yes.
drinking. Yeah, this place kind of has a little fun thing
Vampires
on your
eat you.
memory. I've got cue cards for this one. See? Boop.
My
And-
memory
I pull
is
the cue
perfectly
cards
fine,
back
thank
out
you.
of my backpack and then hand them to Luna.
And it says, the dead bodies, bring them to well now.
In Kaya's very rushed handwriting.
Yeah.
How did you know to bring us here?
We had a
And
book.
I point to Twiggy.
Punch.
Oh. Greetings,
I-
Guardian.
Pull
Sorry.
out the book.
No, his name's Twiggy.
Twiggy.
Is it still in my head?
He's
Yeah.
the guardian.
Well, let's continue.
So, I'll walk with them. Can you tell me about this place?
Surely you know Lord Protector?
Sorry, Cooper did not hear that. Oh, sorry.
Lord Protector.
Surely you know Lord Protector?
Lord Protector, that's what he called me. Sorry, Lord Protector.
Yes. Well, what do you want me to call you?
He
I
is
mean-
not the one you think he is.
I mean,
Yes,
I'm,
he is.
I'm Kayamir. I don't have. I don't think I've ever had a title of Lord Protector before. I mean, I like to protect people, sure, but and if I was called Lord Protector, I do. This place does very funny things with your memory, apparently. Please do tell me.
He sort of nudges in the fade again.
Oh, I don't think you mentioned your name to them. I'm Luna, and
Oh, I'm Koppodrazi.
yeah. What
Nice
was
to
your
meet you.
names?
Please. I'm writing a story.
You people with your names.
Okay, so
My name's Sherwin.
asshole number 1.
Shaywin. Because I love doing that to DMs.
This is Lalin
Ooh,
and Martin.
Martin?
Martin.
Marcin.
Good. I know him, Martin.
Do you?
Yeah, he's not great. Well, he's great, but he's not great.
He's alright.
He's a bit of alright. If you like that kind of thing.
Where is small boy? Is he back in normal?
Oh, have you seen a hawk boy?
A hawk boy.
Yeah, there's a hawk and a boy, and he has a hawk with him.
Don't
Oh,
think he's
yes,
here.
there's some of them around the forest.
I don't
Oh, there's
think
more
he's-
Simons.
I don't think
I'd
he's
stay away
here.
from them. They tend to swoop horrible things.
Don't talk about Simon like
Have you
that.
seen those little bunnies?
Yes. The moon rabbits.
I really like them.
Oh, yes. Their coats are beautiful.
How long to Sealy Court?
Oh, not too far away. Keep walking silently for a minute. Yes, there we are. The clearing opens up again, and you see now a valley. Not as many trees, but you see what looks like a mountain made of giant crystals reflecting in the moonlight.
Whoa.
And in front of that is what looks like a golden palace.
I don't think anyone metals come here.
Certain metals cannot.
Have they said any? Have they noticed the pendant at all? Said anything about it? Nothing. Okay, good.
It's on your doublet, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on the outside.
That's on the
Yeah.
outside. Yeah. Well, that's where we're headed.
Right.
Okay, so is there anything I need to do or say, or any, things that we should avoid? Because apparently people like paper. So do we need paper to get in?
Oh, I don't know if the paper was magical. Hang on. I'm not check the bag.
Why are you here?
Oh, it's the memory thing again. Ah.
No, we're just very confused as to why you're here.
Well, we.
Come to
We
get
appreciate
moved
you
back.
bringing us back, but
The moon. We've come to get our moon back.
well, you're in the wrong plane for that.
But we're trying to warn the Queen that this Eliza vampire girl is trying to come here to take her throne.
Oh,
Scroll of parchment.
yeah. And the negative energy plane. We're kind of looking
Yeah.
for that so we can read that thing.
Oh, you won't find that anywhere near here.
Right, so from what I have written down, apparently we were to come here to, I guess, you three. We were here to restore you to health. We were also, yes. Wait, Grunk. Grunk is awake. We can cross that one off.
I'm Grunk.
Yes.
We were also, we have to, the moon in, as you say, our plane is gone, so we need to find that, apparently. We also came here because, the reason we came here was for the moon well and the moon. Although now,
You're just reading it again
yeah,
and
but
again.
basically, now apparently our job is to go to the Sealy Court because,
Yeah.
You're strange even by our standards.
Well, unfortunately, I only have little to work off of.
Where is Twiggy at the moment?
Where is
Twiggy.
On Grunk.
on Grunk?
You start feeling this tugging on your hair, pulling you backwards.
Little man, what you doing?
Oh,
Health lady. I think you want Mama back.
what is it?
It does that thing you've never seen it do again. It puffs up and spins and starts heading straight back the way you came.
Okay.
It wants us to go back?
Well, we've got 3 people who are being very rude after we saved their lives, and we've got
We
one...
said thank you.
God, I don't remember that. And we've got our little friend going the other way. I'm pretty sure we got to go the other way.
Well, what Grunk know about gold is it take many slave to mine gold, and for a palace that big, maybe take many slave owner. So maybe not good people.
I mean, from what I hear from what I've heard of the Sealy Court, they like very extravagant things, and their methods are they are similar but also quite different in comparison to our own.
But Grunk's got a point. Like, gold comes from mines, and that's, well, look, that's lots.
I mean, look around. We have no iron on us. If you look around, very clearly not. We're also clearly not in our own terrain or plane. Gold could run as freely as water here, for all we know.
Well, then that castle would fall down.
I look at, not Eliza, Evelyn, if I keep pronouncing your name wrong, and I just say, I think this is where we might be parting ways. Do you think you'll be okay from here and stop whatever your sister is up to?
I hope so. If not, I'm better than I have ever been. Thank you, and I'm sorry.
Evelyn, you said you remembered everything, remember?
Yes.
Do you know how to get out of here?
No. I never really planned to. I didn't even plan to get in.
Think Twiggy knows.
Well, as long as we know how to get out, okay. I don't particularly want to be trapped here.
Lalan,
Yes.
before we came across here, there were 3 things following us. Were you
Okay.
aware of that?
Of what? No, I don't remember anything since the vote.
Do you know how to deal with witches?
If I saw one, I would run. Horrible things, wearing ratty clothes,
Well,
hair a mess, don't wash. Can smell them coming.
Yeah, that's not the worst part of them, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
But
yeah. It definitely is the worst part.
okay.
Anyone here help us get rid of them? They're kind of after copper.
No, don't worry, these people don't want to help.
Okay.
They're very rude, and they don't want to help, and they don't understand the real dangers of life.
Will you at least warn your queen that someone might be coming, regardless of whether you think it's a threat or not?
Yes, we'll make sure she knows you've been here.
Insert joke. Because that's what I do. And fuck
Is it
it,
though?
nah, shit, fuck it, I believe it.
How low did you roll?
6 plus
Yeah,
11.
they are liars.
Oh. Evelyn,
Yes.
you make sure you do.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is why I'm here.
Alrighty.
So, wait, we're leaving Evelyn now?
Well, I mean, we've got to find Simon, and I don't know if there's much we can do here, and Twiggy's kind of telling us we need to go back. But if you guys want to go, we can. If they can't help us with the moon, I feel like we could try and get the moon back.
I think we've done everything we need to do here.
Wait, is Grunk awake?
Grunk is awake, yes. We've done everything we need to do here.
Start crossing out things that. This is great.
Yeah. So, I see no reason why we can't leave if it's all in your capable hands, Evelyn.
I'll do my best.
No worries.
Grunk have... Let me reach my back, get the little hammer that you gave me. Grunk have a little hammer. This gift for you to remember Grunk. Remind you of Grunk, big hammer.
Thank you, Grunk. She blushes a little bit.
Goodbye, Evelyn.
It's not time now, but I remember, and we will meet again.
Okay.
Alright, let's go. And she turns and starts heading down the valley.
And see you guys later, you filthy ingrates. I can see your parts!
And it's not good.
Okay, Grunk, it was really sweet giving you
Kind
a
of stands
hammer.
there.
Maybe not the comment.
I was talking to them 3.
Oh.
I carried them for days.
And yeah, you totally can see their butts. They're very.
Days I carried them.
Cute touchy.
They're not happy about it. They pick up their pace and sort of put their hands behind them and say,
Ah,
Oh, that's great. Oh dear. Alrighty.
and so you're left standing on the top of this hill, overlooking this valley, just overgrown with amazing plants, giant crystalline mountains, and a golden city.
I want to try and draw this so I can remember.
That is a good idea. I'm going to try it as well, even though I know that I have no drawing experience.
I can get a piece of paper.
Yep,
Yeah.
from Simon's pack,
Oh,
using up those resources.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna pull Twig, my stick friend down.
I am going to
Just
do
let
the
him walk
same.
around on the grass.
Yeah.
You're gonna be snowman soon, so you enjoy your.
Sorry,
your
what's
stick
the
person.
what's
He
the
starts
check we're
skipping
rolling?
around.
To draw this? 19.
You've got a pretty accurate sketch of the whole place from the perspective of the valley.
Great.
I
Could have done better if I had time.
So you're sitting there drawing in the moonlight,
Yep.
and that is where we're going to live this week.
Quickly, sketch a selfie.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for sticking around, guys. If you want to stick around about 3 more minutes, we're just going to go to a short break. We're going to be back to answer any of your crazy questions.
We got a little surprise.
We'll see. And welcome back. Hopefully we are back. So time for some after hours player chat.
Up late with TTF.
Yep.
Yes, I remember Hot Dogs Game Show.
I'm not proud of it, but I remember it.
Check it out! Check
The high
Check it out!
entertainment.
Oh, Dad! It's so cool!
Yes.
Thank you, Galactica! The art looks amazing!
Yeah. So it is.
Hello. So we have a stream surprise.
Hold it up.
Hold it up for the camera,
Yes.
friends.
Yes! That's back! With the
Look, I just realized my nose. It's my nose. Oh no!
Beautiful.
Sorry, I'll get there. Here we go.
Come on!
That is beautiful.
This is so cool!
That's amazing.
I wanna
Thank
touch
you very
it.
much.
And it's girlfriend on the inside!
Just like me.
Almost like a flag.
Oh my god! Oh, it's so silky!
Thank you very much.
It's great.
Doesn't it?
Straight away.
Just the magnetic ones.
Just move.
Thank you very much, Ali.
It's okay.
You
Good.
make our day. And you made her cry.
Made her cry, made everyone cry, made her day, made it. It's all good. Okay. That's okay. I can't really be seen on chat at the moment because I'm kind of not dressed for it, but all good.
That's
But I mean,
Tuesday. That's Tuesday. For the
Are you?
No one is ever as well dressed as Cooper is. Let's be real. You are.
all right. So we had some questions asked, I believe. So we will do our best to answer them.
Yes. So the first one I might expand on just a little bit because it was what is Grunk's intelligence score? From like at the start of the stream, this got asked.
13?
Yeah, same as my charisma.
That's much higher than I was expecting.
Why would it be low? Never made a bad decision in his life.
Yeah, Grunk's smart and strong and very undexterous.
And brave and handsome.
That's where I lose all the points, is the dexterity.
Yeah.
So when Cody's like, roll for dexterity, I'm like, no, strong.
Let's see how strongly you're dexterous.
Two giant strong hands.
I suppose it's just surprising because you can't read.
Yeah,
Right.
You can't read well.
that's situational.
Yeah, yeah, it's
It's
just
working on it. Lay off my friend.
Will you be nice to Grunk, please?
He's just had to say goodbye to someone very special to him.
Yeah, and you don't know that I didn't learn really quickly from Koppo.
I'm a very good teacher.
Very good.
Yeah.
+1 to math.
Yeah. Well, speaking of Koppo, since we've segued there,
Perfect.
what does blink inward look like when you just?
Like lizard eyes. Like when you blink
So your
normally,
eyes inside
it
out.
goes like that, and when
Yeah.
you blink inwards, they go that way. And
Oh,
when they
right.
blink inwards, they open up to red, and when they blink that way, they open to blue.
Oh, okay, right.
And at first it was like red, and then over time and situational, it turned like inner red and flames, and now it's. If for a bit it went back to just red, and now it's flames again. And now we're separated. So that's fun.
I'm free.
But still friends,
Oh, we-
holding hands.
Very interesting.
Pretty romantic.
But we want you to know it's not your kid's fault. We still both love you.
That's it.
Roll insight. Jack wants to roll insight on that.
Oh, what? What do you want?
On what? It's
I
all
roll for
rude
you.
inside. I've got no idea what. I'll be honest.
Natural one. The dice don't lie.
I mean, that's
You rolled
pretty.
natural
In other
one.
words, Cassie don't know shit.
Well, I mean, I would love to say that the camera picked up that one, but it couldn't see it.
Just have to take our word for it.
Yeah.
Could have changed it by now.
Yeah, I could have. So.
Witches, bitches.
Oh,
Stay
yes.
away from me.
Indeed.
Anyway.
Alright, I have so much in here that's all over the place.
Just go in order if you can't work it out.
Yeah, it's fine. Alrighty, question for the DM. So I
That's
suppose that the purple void place and just everything that came afterwards was an interpretation of the Feywild.
Afterwards, yes.
Afterwards?
The purple area was the Veil, which is basically a tear between realms, where the Feywild magic had seeped in.
Ooh.
But after that, yes, it was an interpretation of the Feywild in the nighttime court.
Funny part is I was going to close my eyes and walk forward trying to sense the arcana, but then I was like, oh, I have to navigate the horses, so I didn't do it. I'm like, God damn it, I would have done it straight away. And I would have been the reason.
And everyone will be left behind going, where'd Luna go? How do we get through here?
Why is she dead on the floor?
Because you were with closed eyes and had no idea.
Cobra was just there like, Costas, what did you do to Luna?
Someone would have had a literal hell to pay.
Yeah. So, what are Grunk's names for everybody?
Weird boy, elf lady, man friend, small boy, pretty lady.
What about the entity?
That's
Bernie Boo!
Yeah.
better watch out, that is going to stick.
And then
Yeah, I get disappointed when I haven't thought of a name for someone, and then I've got to use their actual name.
What about rude people?
Yeah,
Rude
well,
elf people. Did you give them a name
I
yet?
just called them filthy ingrates.
yeah, you did.
I don't have to think of anyone else.
That's probably
Filthy
fair.
ingrates.
I heard the filthy ingrates and I was laughing in both characters. Laughing in Infernal.
Yeah.
Laughing in front of perfect.
At least telling them I could see their butts gives them one last moment of embarrassment.
Yeah, it does.
That's fantastic.
Carried you motherfuckers for days!
So you can remember.
Yeah, and guess whose ass looks better because of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going back to do their squats.
Yeah. They skipped leg day and booty day.
Well, it's not the same
For the last 3 years.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Right. So we've heard it a bunch of times for different reasons. And I think you've even explained what the translated version of it is.
I have to Simon.
You have
I'm not
to-
saying it again until someone uses comprehend languages.
So there you go. If you look back through the VODs, you will find it in there somewhere.
It has been
Check
said.
them out
Yeah.
so you can rewatch all our antics.
And I think the great thing is when it was said, no one else was paying attention
No,
either.
literally.
Literally no one
I
knows other than you, Simon, and the DM. I don't even know if Simon was paying attention.
No, I don't think Simon was paying attention either. So yeah, Shantae.
Fair
That's
enough.
right.
Fair enough.
I can tell you for something that's meant to be an infernal, it's not like aggressive, if that helps.
Right.
What, your wake up
Yeah.
mantra? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, that is what I'm referring to. Okay.
Good
Yeah, not
morning,
aggressive at all.
sunshine. Coppo says hello.
It's just a Teletubbies thing over and over.
Every time, you never get sick of it.
Yeah.
So, Kai, you mentioned it very quickly and you glossed over it almost immediately, but I picked up on it.
Oh,
You
yeah.
will refer to him as Lord Protector.
From now on.
That was not it. But,
Guardian.
but on Protector, you
Protector.
mentioned that you were paranoid to some degree.
Yes.
How deep does that go?
So Kai is he has a lot of paranoia naturally. It's as Kai would explain it. It's yes. Sorry. Very tight.
You are a paranoid sufferer. The support line would be across the
So
bottom of the screen.
Kai would explain it that
We don't have
paranoia has just been in his family for generations. Like all his family just is. They just have they tend to just have instinctive feelings. Like that's why when he realized that he's in this place, his mind's being fucked with, he doesn't know what's happening. Fuck it, he's just going to go with what he thinks is right because he's always learnt trust his instincts. Part of that has also been honed through his years of just being in the army. Like he's been on the receiving end of surprise raids before. He's been like on the giving end of surprise raids, and they haven't gone to plan because they were prepared when they didn't think it. Like, it's just sort of natural in his family, just natural to him, but also through trained. Like, just it's a developed thing as well.
Between that, Lord Protector, and apparently looking different to the Eladril, there's some interesting things to work with there.
What can I say?
Gonna say.
Yeah, what can you say
You're
about this one?
welcome.
I like how when you made everyone roll for wisdom to forget. That was the first time I rolled consistently like high teens.
Yes, I am strong-willed.
Grunk remember very little, so never forget much.
That was beautiful.
Oh,
Oh, that
poetic.
was amazing. Someone please
So-
quote that.
I just found out this like shitty yellow die spins like a Beyblade for ages, and I just got my first natural 20 after like a minute of spinning.
After a Beyblade.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it just goes forever.
By the way,
Easily.
Grunk,
Not like
can
that.
you gift that yourself? of you saying, Grunk, don't remember much, so remember this.
So forget. Someone just clip
So
it.
forget little, please.
Someone clip
GIF
it now.
Yeah, clip that and GIF it.
Oh, DM Cody, will you consider actually turning a PC if the rolls go that way?
If we're talking about vampirism, yes, if they contract the disease. In this situation, it was very carefully avoided. But if they were fighting a vampire and got bitten, things could be very different. They could throw dice on the ground, for example. That's how
He's already
the
put them in
rolls
my
They could
mouth.
roll the polyhedron of fate.
Just a little dice hissy fit.
They tempt fate with their
I
dice.
want a vampire.
Hey Jack, who says you don't already have one?
go. Yeah.
But
Yeah, but
Grunk's actually a vampire.
yeah, those tusks, it's just reversed.
Well, everyone else seems to be something special. Grunk just Grunk.
Grunk's a special boy.
I'm just a Luna.
Yeah, no, Kai's just a human.
I just have a thing.
Luna randomly turns into a bunny, has a little stick friend. You have an
Yeah, but
entity,
that's-
and now you're apparently Lord Commander.
Not an
Simon's
Protected.
a hawk somewhere.
I just get piggyback
No,
rides.
no, Grunk, do you know why?
Grunk gets
you're
put to sleep
special?
for half of that episode.
No, Grunk, do you know why you're special? You made her blush.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
Very tough to get a vampire to blush.
She is seeing you again.
In addition to Grunk Thunk, we now have Love Drunk.
Love drunk.
Love drunk Grunk.
I love it. Make it
Love
stink.
drunk.
Make the hard eyes emoji, but with Grunk's face.
I can do that.
Yes.
Do that. Please do that. That's probably perfect.
It's the right thing to do.
Yeah.
And we also.
And make like a blushing Evelyn.
Yeah.
That way you can like her looking back and Grunk like looking. That way you can be a pair.
Speaking of things that we glossed over as well, we just completely glossed over the fact that those rabbits could talk.
Yeah, it's the Feywild.
Or at the very least, they talked to Luna.
They talked to Luna.
It took
Yeah.
me.
And besides, of course we glossed over it. Most people in the party have spoken to animals.
My
Ain't no big thing.
You know what? It's not
Baby
at this
bunny.
point. You're right.
Baby moon bunny.
Wasn't that?
There you go. I figured out my language that I don't know. It's baby bunny.
Baby moon bunny, thank you.
Baby moon bunny
Yes.
is my extra language that I don't know about. So there, I can talk to baby moon bunny. That is now my spirit animal.
Alright, here we go. Just as a point, Koppo has been talked to in a language he doesn't know.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh.
I enjoy that.
The king of shells. I forgot about him. I'm assuming that was your own creation as well.
Sorry?
I'm assuming the king of shells was your own
Yes,
creation.
and if you watch Monday nights, you would know what it is.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I figured that was a spoiler that I didn't know, so I'm glad. So it said snake, I'm like, well, that's probably Monday night's doing.
What are you doing Monday nights?
At this point,
Given that the soundboard that I have over here that Monday Night uses has the snake hiss sound effect on it, make the assumption that maybe, just maybe.
When I hear that,
so
I
what?
hear
No,
it just-
don't have it.
Luna totally stopped it from killing us by putting flowers in the water, though.
Almost certainly.
Oh.
So no, yeah.
Yeah, it was
I
about to
saved
capsize
us.
the ship.
Yeah, we're all going to do. We're all going to be bloody fish food.
We live another day to be a vampire.
Yeah. We'll get lost in the Feywild.
Grunk's special with the size of the hole he made tonight.
Digging up the Feywild Earth.
I'm sure that won't come back to bite us at all.
Oh, definitely not. What do you want about?
Someone's totally going to trip over the hole on the way back out.
Let it just be known it wasn't my decision to talk about
Talk about the whole size.
You're right. It was ours.
You just let your freak flag fly.
It happened. It happened.
I can't make my dice do the fidgety spinning.
Yeah, but it can make a lot of noise.
It's as good. Oh god.
He's drunk.
Hey guys, let's leave Grunk's dick alone for a while.
Yeah, we'll come back to that later.
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that.
We need some. We need a bit of warming up before we get to there.
Okay. I think.
Late night's gone off the rails.
Indeed.
That's kind of the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I think
Are we ready?
I think the last one that I have is probably another one that I'm not going to get an answer to. The fuck is with that knife?
We don't know anymore because it's gone. We don't have to deal with it. Bye.
Problem solved.
Sounds about right.
My theory on it, and because I don't even know, is that is what the witches were using to track us, and so I decided I'd leave that with them so they can't track us. Hopefully.
That makes sense.
Yeah, probably right.
We're
Or it made them more powerful. I don't know. Let's find out.
The thing is, we're going to jump back out through the veil, and Maggie's going to be standing there, knife in hand, just like,
Even bigger, just tapping.
That's what we needed the entire time.
And you just see like black smoke floating with the water and look down the sunken ship.
It's just tapping their toes like, you've been out past curfew.
I bet he tells everyone they're really mean, we just want them to go to bed on time.
Pulls out a wooden spoon.
Not my real parents! It's not just a phase!
You're not my real mum! You're not my real mums!
What?
Oh, he's already done it. Good lord.
Yes.
Already exists. Good lord.
Love drunk Grunk.
It's green.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that from scratch.
It's showing the wall.
Oh, that's so fun.
That's
amazing.
They green screened it.
Yeah. Green
So it's just floating Grunk love eyes.
Head over to Discord and we'll put it up there.
Yeah, if you're not there already, make sure you do join us so you can find the link down there
Oh, yep.
in our info section, and we're about to have it in the stream chat too,
Yeah.
I believe.
that link.
We need drum roll.
Grunk, it's your time to shine. Drum roll, please.
Oh no, I mixed my dice.
There it is.
Let's take two.
You
No, there it is.
Thank you for the bits.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Stephanie with the bits.
We have bits that got donated.
Oh yeah, thank you, Jack.
Yes.
And also thank you to the new followers. We hope you enjoyed yourself and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Followers, yes.
Thank you.
Brilliant.
Cheers for joining us.
Yeah, I hope you all join us on the Discord.
Yeah.
And enjoyed me watching me torture the players.
Yeah.
That's just what we do here.
And
Oh, you gave me the moon though,
I did.
so you're fine.
I'll let you turn to a buddy for a little while too.
yeah.
And,
Yeah, he was being extra nice today.
Yeah.
So, 1, 2.
Then I had them almost spit at your feet for saving their lives and not dressing them finally when you brought them back.
It was
Yeah.
beautiful.
They spit at my feet.
It's all
they'd
about the
be-
balance.
They'd be back asleep by now.
Yes, sleep.
Yes, oh, that's right. I forgot to mention the bits were specifically for Koppo.
I don't
Because
know.
it happened around about the same time as the wholesome bonding with the entity.
He won't know what to do with them. He'll think it's money.
He'd be right for a change.
Yeah.
For once, he'd be right.
You give him all the bits for like one apple though.
And here's a clue. That's another Easter egg hidden in our stream chat.
It's true.
Yes.
Oh, you just have to guess now.
It's a, yeah. It's
I'm just happy to be holding his hand
It's
and
a
not
common-
like dying with him.
Oh, God.
There we go.
We've all had a good time in the fair world.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think he's having a good time. Everything he's said at this point has been get me out.
I want to go home.
Yeah. It's been more email.
I don't like it here.
But yeah.
Are we there?
I want my bub.
Yeah. And just one other thing about the bits we got is that Jack has almost donated on his own 500 bits.
Oh, Jackie boy.
It's
Nice.
kind of insane. What? It's kind of a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna make Cassie cry again.
It's true. Yeah. Like the, there.
It's there.
Yeah.
Kick her in the shins.
Here's what
Ow!
you do. Wait a couple of months and just
How do I
build up
perception
to
work?
Kai, pick her up and drop her.
build up to 500 bits so that you can just you get over that 500 bit line with 500 whole bits. That'll make her cry instantly.
Single bits at a time.
I think I
It's
did
a
it
lot.
with the hammer. The hammer got me. That was
Yes.
so cute.
Just the whole way through the stream is very distracting, Jack.
We expect it.
Giant Jack distract. Ugh.
Oh, that was awesome.
I think we need to work out a magic trick so we can make it look like someone drops Luna in real life and we'll just like grab a bunny and
100 bits so Cassie cries.
now you have to. Cry. Everyone.
Cry.
Splash. Has anyone still got a hot coffee?
No.
Honesty, Jack, in how many years have you actually seen me cry? Oh my god.
Like every episode.
So many.
If you've been watching here, quite often.
Yeah, he's been watching here every week.
Yes, he has. Several times a week, so thank you, Jack.
Yes.
I don't know if you're here because you enjoy what we're doing or just want to see Cassie cry. Either way, we will provide.
Yes.
Say it.
Cassie.
Regularly. Oh my god, and that's 584 bits now.
Hey,
God.
hey, DM question. Are we level 3 yet?
Are you?
I don't know, that's why I asked you! That's how this works, it's a transfer of
I think we're
information.
going to see what happens with your memories when you leave the Feywild, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we draw a picture and we have our cue cards, so.
Yeah, Cassie. In
Yeah.
answer to your question, more than most people alive.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You really have.
God.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man.
Well, it's 19 people. Hi, 19 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, for still
Yeah.
watching us in our post-game.
Shenanigans.
I'll hype at least 18 of you, just in case one of you's a jerk.
Don't forget that you
But you're
still
not. Thank you for stopping.
No.
have to
One of
let
them's
us
me.
know.
Well, okay, one of you's a jerk.
NPC that you want Cody to do.
Get the
Best
moonwell,
NPC.
asshole.
Best NPC.
Oh, that's true. We did.
102, only 98 to go.
We did learn that the moonwell doesn't.
Actually higher than 102. The stream is not displaying correctly. We're at about 108 now, I believe.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Whoa!
Which actually means that after tonight's stream we'll be at 112.
No, I think with tonight's stream would be around 108.
Okay. No.
Yeah.
So we did learn that the moonwell cures near death, vampirism, and it doesn't cure assholism.
Yeah.
Not so far.
Okay.
Maybe it's a slow burn, but
Slow burn. I get it.
Yes.
Great fun. I hate
And when I dunked my head in, I learned to read.
you learned the truth.
yeah, but only primordial.
Do I look at
But only primordial.
That's canon. That's canon. Write it down.
The true meaning of Christmas.
We need someone to speak to bloody
Your little Christmas
mind players.
So Luna's basically re-rolled as One Punch Man now.
Yes!
I am the Hulk.
Nope.
But she only gets to do it once. That's one punch.
Yeah, Saitama. You didn't get the reference.
Oh, of course I didn't.
It's fine.
No, you didn't roll this, but you got quite a few references that I dropped.
It's true.
Including Suicide Squad ones.
Oh, what?
Sure, I did.
Yeah, definitely.
Just no idea.
You don't remember them, you've been in the Feywild too long.
Yeah. Failing wisdom saves left, right, and centre.
Oh.
They are, the highest wisdom save I rolled was a 9 that entire time.
Oh,
How many
wow.
did I make? Like 8 or 9 saves? And
It wasn't that many, I don't think.
it was a fair few. But yeah.
Yeah, I rolled 16 to 18.
How do you cross your eyes like that, Grunk? That is the next question.
One at a time.
What did I do?
You did the eye crossing thing,
Yes, he did.
but one at a time, I think.
Oh.
You mean this?
Grunk has many skills.
Crossing your eyes one at a time is just looking left.
Oh, we're
And then
really showing off all the artwork.
I did ever done that, so I wanted to show that. I bring it with me every stream.
Yeah, how do you do it? I look to the side.
I don't remember what I look like that.
I look left with my left eye and then right with my right eye.
Actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
Left with my right eye. Wait, hang on.
Can you do that? Can you look outside ways?
Ooh, yeah, that was.
Okay.
I did get that backwards in a ridiculous way.
Now, just it's canon now. I'm actually old. No, I'm kidding. Like I am older than this. No, I'm kidding.
You look older than that. To
Jackie,
fate.
sorry.
Jackie!
I am so tired.
Look at this.
Jackie!
Look at this sleepy delirium.
Look at this.
I'm sorry. I was at a farewell.
boy.
I DM'd a 7-hour session, back-to-back combat encounters, 3.5 hours each.
Just quietly as a DM, that's kind of your fault.
But then after that, I went to a very good friend of mine's farewell party. I didn't get to bed until about 6 in the morning. Woo. So, and I also did a full day of catching up on uni because I had to re-enroll on subject and stuff. So I have not had a lot of sleep, and I didn't have my go juice tonight.
Oh, you didn't. You didn't. It was.
No go juice.
I left it in the fridge
Oh,
because I was too
juice.
tired to remember it.
It was Grunk with the hashtag not sponsored this week.
Yeah, Grunk.
With the Pepsi.
Warm
Oh,
Pepsi Max.
How do you
How do you keep the
cross your eyes
thirst
like
back?
that?
Yeah.
Been done.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're up to date, don't worry.
Grunk.
We've got two screens over
That's
here. in the
amazing.
chat.
Me gusta.
You fall into complete silence. Nothing breaks the silence better.
That's the airlock closing behind you.
Yeah, we're just gonna turn this to a Warhammer 40k campaign.
Now, Simon, I don't know if you're here or if you're going to watch this VOD, but I'm sorry for taking them into the Feywild without you.
Oh, that would have been so interesting for Simon.
And I was like,
I will make sure there's a chance for you to go back in there.
Hey, we drew a picture.
Well, actually, he would have loved it, but he also would have hated it because he would have kept forgetting everything that he loved about it.
I don't know. I drew a really good picture though, so
yeah, I'll show you.
I'm
He's going to
gonna.
be furious.
The
And I'm
one,
gonna be like-
the one decent role I had in the Feywild, I drew a picture.
You know what? Question to below.
It might be the most important thing.
Which drawing is Simon gonna like more? Genuine questions.
I reckon hers, because she's going to hate me because I'm the one who initially used his parchment and stuff. However, that was the only thing I could think of to do.
Oh no, his magic parchment. Hilarious.
Is it magic?
Yeah, that's the only reason it was still there.
Oh my god!
Well, no.
It's his spell paper, and you just like draw a picture of a tree on it, basically.
Just scrolling on it.
But
Turns into a
I
spell of
drew a
warp dimensions so you can go
sandcastle.
straight to the Feywilds anytime.
Mine
Yeah.
replicates a
Just you-
sandcastle that just got washed over by a wave.
Effie, he was very sick today, and last minute I had to call him because of not being able to
Sick.
come. So
He's battling
Yeah.
with something.
very sick.
Yeah.
To be honest, we all know he's just scared of Luna's reaction of how dare you leave.
That's right. He doesn't want to get the this wooden
The old
spoon,
scolding.
especially because the wooden spoon
I've
probably
been
come
waiting
out
since
with it.
last week for him to sit down so I can say roll a death save.
That's 2 episodes. That's 2 death saves.
Hey, Robert,
Both
I can do
fails.
this 3 more times. Do it again. Bring him back to life. Then do it again. Fun.
Alright.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks for sticking around, guys, and hope you enjoyed the show. And we will see you all hopefully on Thursday for After the Ashes, but if not,
Yes.
next week for this again.
Indeed.
Thank you again,
Have
Ali.
yourselves a good one.
Or perhaps Monday for Under the Moon's Shadow.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're too busy buying cuts and
Tell
horses.
you what, we'll see you in all 3. See you later, guys.